special slaw.
A special slaw.
That is so good.
Yep, we're going to try them all.
I heard that there were going to be some pork sliders.
Yep.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. It's all under roof.
Yeah, it is. It is all covered.
Yep. Unless you get under that spot where it leaks.
Except that's where Alice and I are on the leeward side. The wind is hitting us.
We're not worried about you. We're worried about our guests that come to Slawfest.
How can you not worry about Allison?
It gets underway at 11 o'clock.
It gets underway at 11 o'clock. Let's look at the hourly.
Okay.
So starting at 11, we just have a 30% chance of rain.
Oh, well, there you go.
And then at noon, 30, 1, 25%. And then it starts to go back up after 2.
And right now, I'd say it's 100%.
Right now, it's 100%. Sure, you know that.
Yeah.
But again, you're.
But it looks like it's slowing down.
Yeah, and I'd rather get out of the way now, and then we can.
Then we can have.
I'll go with
then
that.
we'll have our Slawfest.
Yeah.
Because Slawfest, if you're feeling a little blue this morning, the slaw is the cure.
Hey,
the
if things
slaw.
went awry, and it won't, believe me. I'm just questioning. It's curiosity. If things
Hey,
went
Pat,
awry, what would
there
we
goes
do
a
with all
cute
the
girl.
slaw?
Can I fix you up?
So what would we do with? I'll get to
The
your point.
leftover? Can we take it out to Oinking Acres? For the pigs.
I don't think the pigs would want slaw.
I don't know. They
Pigs,
like cabbage.
pigs will eat anything, buddy.
I don't know, but I don't think things are going to go awry.
No,
I think
they're
that
not. I was just curious what would happen.
the thing is, if this was a mac and cheese festival, we would be
Here we go.
we
Hey.
would be sunk. I mean, absolutely sunk, because mac and cheese people are weak. They're wishy-washy.
You posted
But
the
when
video.
you get to a slaw, hold on, Den.
Yeah.
The slaw, don't get me when I'm on a rant. When the slaw people are wholesome Americans, they have the heart of an American. And I'm not talking about a 2025 American. I'm talking about our parents. And when they come after their slaw, they don't care if it's snowing. They'll be here.
Well, I don't think that coleslaw came from America.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Isn't it German?
No.
What is it?
it's German.
Dutch?
No,
It's German?
It's kind of funny because I did look up the history of coleslaw, believe it or not.
You know what?
I think we
there-
do this every year. We do coleslaw jokes and we do coleslaw history.
I know, and
I
it's-
love it, and
it's-
I never
but-
retain it.
I don't either, clearly.
Well,
And I feel like it's a different country every time I look it up.
I know.
Yeah.
Currently, it says it gained its modern name from the Dutch, who
Okay.
settled in,
Name.
who
So they
settled in
named
New
it.
York, and then the New York guy kind of put
You know,
it together.
the reason why y'all would not be successful in business is because you guys are letting the details get in the way.
Oh, you know, you're probably
I just
right.
plow right over those.
You know what? You're right. This is why I can't have a bait shop.
People always
I
go,
wouldn't be good at this.
people always say, why do you hate mac and cheese? I said, I love mac and cheese. But there has to be a villain.
There
whether
always
that-
has to be a villain.
Whether that's in politics or whatever, there has to be a villain.
What
And
if they
in this
said
case,
this to you? What if the mac and cheese people came to you, Kraft, for example, and they came to you and they said, hey, Pat, we're going to give you $5 million to put on a mac and cheese fest here at Sullivan Hardware. Would you take the money?
oh, yeah. Hell yes. I ain't stupid, am I, Den?
So
Yeah,
you don't
just
hate
slow.
it. Money talks.
Well, you know what?
So are you in cahoots with some sort of cabbage people?
No, we are
Started as a
all
passion
about the
project.
American farmer. We try to get in cahoots with GasX, but Denny, my salesperson, could not get that job done.
They didn't want anything to do with me. I have a question about the video that was posted last year
Yes,
and then
sir.
again this year.
Yep.
And it was an interrogation either from the police or from a reporter. Did you shoot that video in the bathroom?
I did.
Because I saw you throw the mac and cheese, and when you threw the mac and cheese, I thought he's not going to throw that on
when he
anything
was
he
sitting
can
at the
sell.
little table in what
He's not
looked
going
like
to. He's not going to throw that on
interrogation
something
We
he can
needed
sell.
to have the right setting for it.
Yeah,
That was a
the baby changer table right next to you,
Yeah.
off your
I
right
will say
shoulder,
that
gave
was
it
an
away.
early video. as
So
well.
funny.
Yeah, that
it was like an interrogation.
Yeah, that reporter was from the Nora Topics.
And you called
You
it a
remember the
rag.
topics?
And you called it a rag.
It is a rag.
Is that gone forever?
Yeah, there's a Nora Topics. There was a whole series of them.
Yeah, we still have the one that comes out of Irvington on the east side. We have the east side paper, which it's 4 or 5 pages long and lots of puzzles, and I love those little papers.
Yeah, the Nora Topics.
More topics gone.
Yep, that rag.
Oh boy, this is a flashy,
so cute.
flashy
I love that
start.
video. It's cute. If you haven't seen
boy.
it, you look it up. Sullivan Hardware.
Yeah, that's right.
Here we are with all of our good friends.
Hey, how much does it cost to get into Slawfest today?
I think it's at $25? $25.
All you can eat.
All you can eat. And this is like I say, sometimes when people hear a coleslaw festival, they just think bowls of coleslaw. And we do have our slaw buffet where you can try the slaws of the stars. So
You also
Bobby
have slaw,
Flay.
you have slaw wontons,
Yeah, so then you have the entrees.
Yeah.
So and then
charcuterie slaw.
Allison's going to list those for us.
Yes, I will.
Hey, why is it real misty over? Look it up.
That's fog, Pat.
It's from all the good smelling smoke that's coming from
is
that
that
grill.
Oh, is that smoke?
Yeah, it
Okay.
smells delicious.
Okay.
Are you concerned about the smoke?
No, I thought that rain clouds were going to form underneath the covered area, and that we were going to have a microstorm.
Wow.
That's
Could
all.
the weekend get any better?
Yeah. Where'd you watch the game at, everybody?
Home.
Same place. Don't anybody do anything different. Somebody
See?
did, and that's what happened.
It was me.
Oh, are you that?
did you
are
watch
you
it?
that person?
We went to Binkley's.
Seriously, I love them, by the way. I do. Love the
Yeah.
fish. But I'm telling you, don't do that again.
Well,
Wherever you were when they were winning, stay there.
Was
So-
was Caitlin Clark there last night?
yes,
I think
she was.
Because
think
everyone was
so.
saying she was the good luck charm.
She is. But here's I think the problem.
Okay.
My neighbor who lives in Chicago, we'll call him Jaron. So he has come down. He's a huge Pacer fan. Always was since a little kid. So he came down and went to 2 of the game 3s, and we lost both those games. So he thought, I'm not going to game 3, because obviously, so he decided to come to game 4 and went to the
well,
game.
there's the problem. Jaron's the problem.
Yeah.
That's one of the problems.
Yeah.
I mean,
Send
I
him
hate
back to
say that, but
Chicago. He can watch it on television
Yeah,
like
he
the
needs
rest of
to
it.
stay out of the city.
Yeah.
So it's a bummer.
It was a bummer. It was sad. It was
Yeah.
really sad.
Just because,
really
like,
hyped.
I mean, if you get drilled by a team, you're like, okay, we just played awful, but
But no,
we played well.
so well. And then
But it's not
just all
over
came
yet.
crashing
It's
down.
not over
I
yet.
think, like Kristen Airy has always said, it's destiny, and I believe that destiny is that they win it at home.
Okay.
They come back and they win it at home where they should be.
Yeah, I
They're
like
going to
that.
have a tough slog winning there in OKC, but
I think
And
we
I
can
kinda
do it.
like that we've got, it's kind of fun. It's not over yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
It'll go all
It's
the way to
killing
the
me.
end of June. We're
It's
still
fun. I
playing
think this
basketball in the
is so
middle of
fun.
June.
I'm just glad we have an extra day. I cannot do that quick turnaround with only 1 day rest.
How many margaritas did you
Because
have last
we
night?
only had
As a
1 day.
fan,
As a
Right.
fan.
As a
Yeah.
fan, you need more days down.
the
Emotionally, physically.
NBA
Oh, I
needs
like
to
it.
think about the fans.
Do you have an emotional support at basketball? That you hold the basketball while they're
No, I go to a group.
okay.
But, when Beth said it was Wednesday, and I said, is the next game Saturday? She goes, no, Friday. It's like, Friday? I can't do Friday.
Call them.
I mean,
Oh,
I am like
Don't they know who you
stiff as
are?
a board.
was Friday the 13th.
Maybe
It
that's
was?
why. It was.
I mean, I thought about it a lot, but
Yeah.
I still had such faith. I thought they were really going to win this one at home
Yeah.
Matt Hiblin
This
had a
is- Did they
birthday
ever look
yesterday.
like-
Is it
He did.
Matt's birthday?
yesterday.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
you? Is he Flag Day too?
No.
we've got
He's
the
the
big parade today.
He's the 13th. And then one of our best listeners, Tiffany Dawn Compton, her birthday was yesterday, and she was celebrating. Everything went right for her.
I'm glad.
I wish she'd have gone
Should
to the
go right on your
game.
birthday.
Hey, you know what? You know how long it says in my. Is it possible that Matt started here when he was 20?
Oh, it was right out of college, or maybe he was even still in college.
Because
And
my,
IU.
my phone comes up and says Matt Hiblin's 20th birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Today
funny.
or
That's
yesterday?
Yesterday.
Oh, shoot.
That's
I saw him
probably
all day
when you
yesterday.
put
I
him
did
in.
not know. So happy birthday, Matt. He's our
my
executive producer at
gosh.
WIBC for anyone.
Long,
Curious.
long time
But-
employee.
Long
Man.
time.
Yeah, started out really as a producer, and then when he became famous when he worked for Dave and Big Joe.
He looks like an absent-minded professor. He's got the frizz going on.
Yeah,
He got
always
two.
reminded me of Johnny
two-
Galecki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's Johnny Galecki? yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say that's accurate from Big Bang Theory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. and the coolness of him. He's one of the cool guys.
Very
Always
cool.
has been a kid that was really a cool guy.
Just
Plays
been
the
there
guitar,
forever.
been in a band.
Yeah.
Good Catholic.
Yeah.
He's Catholic too.
He is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And,
Kids, he's just good dad. All the
and
things.
He has a
Matt,
dad.
Matt is his wife's family. They're the ones that own KSR, Keystone Sports Review, right across the street. That are known for their wings.
Really, Amanda?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
I can't believe how old
Kramer.
Donovan is.
It's Kramer.
Donovan's was born.
That's
when
Matt's child.
Yeah, he was the oldest of the two.
Yeah.
Now,
Anyway, happy birthday.
Anyways,
Matt.
happy birthday, Matt.
Yes, happy
And to
birthday,
all of
Matt.
you
You can tell
celebrating
there's-
on this Flag Day.
happy birthday, Tiffany.
And you're celebrating with the Army. It's the Army's 250th birthday today.
That's
God bless you all, past and present.
So when is the parade today?
Greatest today.
Wonder what the weather. See, they have weather on the east
Weather on the
coast
way,
as well.
and for those that are all part of protest today, we've got so much going on. We've got the Pride Parade today. Downtown,
Oh,
several
shoot.
streets are closed. Remember that downtown along Mass. So there's a lot
I don't
of
want to
street
talk
closures.
politics, but the mayor was uninvited.
Oh,
Now,
is that right?
Yeah. I mean, the Pride Parade accepts everybody. But they said, stay away.
Stay away from
So hopefully the weather. But there's probably stuff going on up north. But be nice. Maybe the weather stayed out of Marion County.
Yeah, just for a little bit.
Big for Slawfest because it's Slawfest Day.
I mean, it's easy for Carmel. They can shut the roof,
I know it.
right? So
Yeah,
Okay, this could be
maybe
like-
you could get one too. Maybe that could be your next project. You put just a giant roof over the whole place.
okay, I'm on my way.
Sullivan bubble.
Yeah, I'm on my
where
way.
It's always 72 and sunny.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
That's a good tagline.
Ethan is back in studio,
That is
and
a
he's
good
starting
one.
to stutter
I'll
again.
write that down. 239-9393. We can take your calls, and we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. I mean, obviously, it's.
Oh, come on. You're,
No, I'm trying.
You're not trying at all.
I am trying,
You
but
need to buck up, baby.
I need to focus on. I don't really have a
sound so
clear
sad.
path
It's okay.
of
This
how.
is
I don't even have a clear path of how to get out of this segment.
You need a margarita.
93 WIBC. That works.
About Elvis.
That's not the song we wanted. This is a very special day. This is the 9th annual Slawfest.
Is it 9 already?
9 already.
Boy,
really?
oh
God, your
boy.
insanity started just about 10 years ago. I remember.
Wait, 2017 was 9 years ago?
No, that's 8 years ago.
Well, it was established in 2017.
All right,
So
so
liars.
I'm just looking at my T-shirt.
you still got your memory, Pat.
The only reason I'm asking this is because I started with you guys in 2017, and there's no way I've been with you for 9 years.
Oh, were you here for year one?
No, I just missed it. What could have been?
Must have been.
Nah.
And then
So
the
you're
following
saying this is
year-
the 8th?
According to my T-shirt, yes.
Why
I
did
saw-
you think it was the 9th? Were you just
No,
going by what
wouldn't
was
this
in
be
your
the
head?
9th?
I'm not a math
Okay.
person. I'm looking at Denny Smith.
Okay.
17,
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
25.
25.
That's
Oh, my
9.
This is the 9th
No
annual.
Yep.
way.
Yep.
How about them apples?
Okay, so
Allison, you look like
once
a deer in
again,
the headlights.
We are trying
This is an
to
SAT
promote
math
this event, and it keeps going down a bad way.
In what sort of way now?
Well, first it was the Pacers. Now it's Allison going, oh, my God, my life is passing before
No,
my eyes.
no,
How
it's
have I
not
been
that.
here?
I can't believe it. It's been such a
I know.
crazy ride.
T-shirts are truly a
My life
wake-up
has been
call
forever changed.
on how fast time goes. They really are. T-shirts. I have a Peter Frampton T-shirt, and I was like, oh
My God.
gosh.
And that was
That
when,
was like 30 years ago.
and it was out of Frampton Comes Alive? Or
Yes.
That was
At
because,
Market Square Arena.
yeah, because we were in high school at the same time.
Loved him.
Yep.
He is still really good. If you ever get a chance to see him, he's performed before with the orchestra.
Oh,
And
really?
He's just phenomenal
Yeah.
still.
You know, that's one of the dreams I have for the Home and Garden Show, is to do something with the symphony. The four of us all go there, and we don't have to we just dress up, look nice, and then be there with the symphony.
They did
I'd love to
something
do
really
that.
cool. They all put on the yellow Pacer Yes Sir shirts, and they all got on their stage at Hilbert Circle Theater, and on the big screen they had the Pacer logo, and they've all played back home again in Indiana.
Oh, that was really cool.
When the Pacers came back home this week.
Are they also doing a candlelight concert where they have candles all over? I mean, it looks like a votive. But
that is actually, I think
that's
that
a
happens
traveling
at Scottish Rite,
thing,
at
yeah.
the Scottish Rite Cathedral.
That's pretty
Thing.
cool. That's
It is
pretty cool.
They
That's
also
some
do that
traveling
in
thing.
caves in Indiana, where the orchestra performs in caves just with candlelight.
Oh, yeah?
And you go down and you sit in the cave. David won't have anything to do with caves.
You know, he's right.
He didn't want any part of it.
You know, you're going to find, you're on your way to the bathroom, and then you find yourself stuck in a crevice. And you find out that you took a wrong turn.
I will say, I was just talking actually to Matt Hiblin about caves. Because I was thinking about, as a kid, I loved going into caves. We did all of them through, Kentucky, and then McCormick's Creek has one.
We have tons of them here in Indiana.
Yes. The Wolf Cave at
Right.
McCormick's Creek.
And there's 2 entrances to that, so you can always get out.
You have to go on your belly. And thinking about doing that now freaks me out.
Does it really?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's cave is a very loose term. It's a hole. Like
Yeah.
you just slither through it. It's crazy.
One of Jane's old boyfriends took her caving, and when I started dating Jane, she says, I don't want to go caving. And so she never wants to do that again.
It's cool,
ever.
but when you get older, it's just like, man, you start realizing it's a little more scary.
Right. You realize your mortality, and you really do. You start. I would climb to the highest of trees and hang out on the branches. And,
But you had sunshine.
But never, right. But I just never had any fear, and then now you can't get me on top of a
I
building.
can't get you in the
You can't
gyrocopter.
get me in the
I
gyrocopter.
was always a cautious child.
You-
Somehow that doesn't surprise
Yeah.
me.
I can't with all the kids and everything. Were you the cautious one? Happy Father's Day, by the way, you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, I was not a,
Daredevil.
No, never.
You didn't ride your bike real fast and do stupid stuff on your bike.
Not really.
Speaking
Maybe
of
an
Father's
occasional
Day,
wheelie.
Speaking of Father's Day,
Popping a wheelie every once
I
in a
saw
while.
your son Joe today. You talk about a guy who's enjoying fatherhood. Oh my gosh, it's precious to see. He says the baby sleeps 12 hours a day, and he says I'm in sync with that.
Yeah.
And what a guy that's really enjoying fatherhood.
Yeah. So Joe and Arden have a little boy named
Patty.
Patrick.
Love that name,
So we call him Patty.
Patrick.
And your daughter and son-in-law
Did you have a stingray?
got a Patty.
I can't get that out of my head. For days, I'm going to be thinking about you as a kid.
Trying to
And
pop a
thinking,
wheelie and the
okay,
wheel.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to really try
The
it.
wheel
I'm gonna
comes
do it.
off the ground like 1 inch.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
See it? Did you have a sissy bar on yours? I had a
I
sissy
always
bar.
had boys' bikes. I was.
I know.
Really
Did you have
boy.
Did you have a?
The sissy bar. The sissy bar was the thing in the back, right?
Right.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
did you have a
But I did have the banana seat.
banana seat? You had the stingray.
And,
yeah.
And I
and, the,
had
and
the-
the big hanging.
Yeah.
Right. I did.
Oh, they called them ape hangers. I think that's
Oh
what
my
they
gosh.
called them.
And then I got a 10-speed. And then I saved up money and bought myself a 10-speed.
You obviously
But did
didn't
you have
have
a,
paper
what
route.
kind?
What anything
Did you
ever
have a
did.
Schwinn?
Oh gosh, I don't remember if it was a
Because
it
you know
was
what?
Yellow.
So I had a yellow bike too. Because of the business we're in, my father, everything had to come from the store. Well, they didn't stock Schwinn in our warehouse. So I spent my childhood defending my Huffy.
I had a Huffy
think mine
Hornet.
was a Huffy.
It's a
Yeah.
great bike.
I did have a Huffy.
Well, then Huffy became popular,
Mm-hmm.
like when I was an adult. And I started calling all my classmates and neighborhood friends, it's like, hey, you SOBs, look who's laughing now,
oh my gosh.
my Huffy.
The Huffy
Meet me
was a
outside.
very
I'll show you my wheelie.
durable bike.
When
All the
we were-
paper boys had Huffys.
When we were really little, we lived in Indianapolis and over in the Lawrence area, and we had bike shows for the parents at night.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Did you put the-
really
Where you
cute.
Did you put the card?
And it came to an end when one of the girls I was with, my neighbor down the street, she flipped when we were doing a trick, and her teeth got stuck in the tar
Oh, Terry.
and broke. And it came to an end.
Terry,
I still have scars from bike falls.
you're a
In
buzzkill.
gravel.
We were
mostly
enjoying
gravel.
nostalgia, and then you bring that
No,
up.
I mean, there were so many accidents that we as kids never wear the helmet.
No.
that wouldn't
But I am
protect your
scarred
teeth.
There was no
all
helmets.
over me, on my elbows and everything from bike falls.
We called those road rash. Is that what
Gosh,
your
you were
parents
off.
call it, road
Yeah,
rash?
my feet, from taking sharp turns along the curb, and it just.
I don't think my mom ever worried about my knees. She worried about the pants that I had scuffed up.
The worst is when you turn the wheel too tight and you just went. And then
moment.
And just one last thing for everyone to think about: the design of a bike for boys and a bike for girls.
Yeah. I never understood.
Doesn't
really,
that seem like that's reversed?
Right.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
I mean, I never understood why the guys got a bar.
They wanted the girls to be able to step through because they were wearing skirts.
I don't know if that's true.
It just seemed like that
I don't know.
Somehow that got flipped at the factory.
And took off.
Yeah.
Nobody questioned it.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Bike talk, segment 2.
Bike talk. There you go. Did that make us feel any better about
Slawfest,
the Pacer
Slawfest. Slawfest.
All right, when we come back, hopefully we're going to come back with the proper song from one Louis Jordan, who was alive and popular in the 40s and 50s. I wonder if we can get that done. I hope so.
We will.
We're coming right back. 93 WIBC. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the last thing you need after a Pacers loss is this segment. But you know what? Turns out there is a sponsor, and it's In the Weeds with Denny Smith.
Yay!
Hey, this week
He's got a great-looking shirt on, by the way. Has the camera seen it?
Yes.
Yeah, the YouTube
show,
new one.
show our YouTube people.
This is like an artist palette.
I have to work with him every
Pat, do you
week.
have a sprinkler system at home?
Yes, I do, Denny.
All right. How many times have you driven out of the driveway, it's pouring down rain, and the sprinklers are still on?
Never.
Never?
No.
It's very common. And
Well,
the reason,
on the gutter we have a
rain gauge?
well, it's a device that shuts it off when
It's a rain sensor. That's what I am going to talk about today.
Well, I'm sorry. That happens all the time. I drive out and the sprinklers are on.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. This is the best Laurel and Hardy thing I think I've ever done.
I wish somebody would have make something for that.
What I was going to share with you is I had to fight with one this week. Oh, God, here we go.
Hey, go on it.
Hey, can we just play the Slawfest song? I think everybody would enjoy that.
No, go.
Go ahead, Denny.
There are some things in life that are just incredibly simple. And I found that to be the rain the rain sensor. And here's how a rain sensor works. If you have a sprinkler system, make sure they put one on, because the stupidest thing in the world is to see it pouring down rain and your sprinkler's going. So here's what they do.
A really good sprinkler.
He does. It's a dance, you know.
Yeah. Okay, go on high speed.
They have a disc called a hygroscopic disc. And they're very little, or about the size of Terry's little fingernail. Now, not the size of your little fingernail, but Terry's got a hole through them, and you stack them up about 5 or 6 or 7, and you put them on a spindle, and then you put them up in the rain gauge. And what it does is, as those absorb water, they expand, and just mechanically, they push a switch to turn off your sprinkler
What
system.
happens if one of those discs herniates?
That's the problem. They deteriorate after 5 to 6 years. Mm-hmm. And so I was that guy. It's pouring down rain, and I'm watching my sprinklers. I'm saying, what in the world? So I go out there and fight it. But it's called a hygroscopic disc. How much do you think hygroscopic discs cost, Pat?
Well,
do you stock them here for
Rainbird? Did you just get them
Rainbird?
replaced, or did you get it fused?
No.
Is it engraved?
No, I went to the chiropractor. They couldn't do a thing for it.
Okay.
No.
I don't.
Because a whole pack of 12 costs $7. And here it is, just so simple. And your rain gauge should last forever if you use those things. But you have to replace them because they deteriorate.
I don't really think this is in the weeds as much as it is Denny's shopping list.
No, I was just so surprised it was that. I was expecting to see electronic contacts and everything to when the water touched it, it would shut it down. No, it's just something that looks like 7 corks stacked together, and as they expand, they push down on a switch and turn it off. And then as they dry out, they shrink back up, and they let your sprinkler work again. I think it's genius.
It is great. Mine is all AI.
Your AI?
Yeah, my sprinkler system.
Absolute idiot?
Yep.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's a good one, isn't
No,
it?
I'm sorry. Well, anyway, that's in the weeds. It was pretty simple. I really wasn't prepared to do it, but then all of a sudden, Allison didn't want to do the song. So
Well, no, I just know it's sponsored, and this is your moment.
This is your moment.
Actually, we lost our sponsor.
Oh, oops.
Oh, jeez.
no.
Is that great?
Was it
Yeah, but I've been working on Willie's Wagyu. Have you heard about Willie's Wagyu?
Oh, you're working on Willie's. That's where you
Working
got
on
the hat
Willie's. There's
on.
a new Wagyu place, and it's in Zionsville, right on 200 South and 975 East. And I've got all their Terry made sure that they weren't hanging the calves, that their feet touched the ground.
Oh.
But Willie's Wagyu, it's the real
You know,
deal.
there's OnlyFans from Willie Wagyu.
I'm sure there is.
No, that's
I mean, you better if you've got a website, make sure you give it out correctly.
WAGYU. Willie's Wagyu in Zionsville. Met the boys yesterday, and even the nephew Caden is being put to work. So it's a family business.
Danny's
It's
out
pretty
knocking
cool.
on doors.
You're doggone right I'm knocking on doors.
I gotta
on
save my
door.
weed stuff, my weeds segment.
Ah,
It's
boy.
so cute. It's cute, Denny. How you work.
You're
we all are
adorable.
always amazed at how you do things.
We are. You're a hard worker.
Truly, you're
Yeah.
one in a million.
Now, I have a question for you, Danny, because I
just
thought
love the way
about
you
this.
patronize me. I just love
No.
that. Now, keep going. You can patronize me more. Tomorrow's Father's Day.
I like to say patronize.
Patronize.
So I'm going to patronize you
Yeah,
instead.
you're going to take.
No, so I was thinking about the game and how everyone, we went out and we went to Binkley's and
Shouldn't have, but
shouldn't
I love
have.
them.
Right.
But you changed everything.
I did.
The course
it's
of
my
the game.
fault. My fault. But I was thinking about Denny. It's like, does Denny and Jane really sit there and watch the game?
No.
See, I knew that.
How do you
So
know that?
then, because I know you better than you know yourself. So then I was thinking, wait a minute. I can't actually picture Denny sitting down and watching TV
Yeah.
at all. So then
He
I
watches
thought,
Fox 59.
well, if he does, then
I
what?
watch Smugglers. That's what I watch on Channel 79. How all these people smuggle all this crap into the world. Smugglers.
It's a good
Okay,
show.
so tell us, besides Smugglers, what else do you like to watch?
I like Maine Cabin Masters.
Okay.
I like Fixer Upper.
Okay.
Okay.
HGTV.
HGTV.
He likes the DIY
Them,
shows.
Yeah.
And I like watching
are good.
Brian Wilkes on the news. I think he's a smartass, and I love him.
Well, yeah. The
on
local,
radio.
the local news I get,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny too, because the young people don't seem to get the local news. I mean, so that's why everyone's going to 13's going to 13 plus, and then Fox has
In the
their
summer
thing.
times, I lived in a cabin, and so I like Barnwood Builders too, because they take down these old cabins and they
Sure.
put them back up. And I lived in one of those cabins, and I had no idea how simple they are.
Right,
They're very
right.
difficult
So
to
you're
do.
not watching The Housewives of New Jersey.
Oh hell no!
No.
God,
He's
if I
watching-
want to argue
he's
with a woman,
watching,
I'll just talk to Jane.
He's watching Willie's Wagyu on HBO.
Now, Willie's Wagyu.
So-
It's willieswagyu.com. You got to look this
but
up.
we have our young people here. So we have Cam is our field engineer. Cam, how old are you?
Cam's got to get this headset.
20 what? 26.
26.
Hammer, you're 19,
20.
20.
Fatu, how old are you? 21. She can go
And then
drinking.
I won't
Take
ask
him
you,
drinking
Allison.
and just, buy for him.
But anyways,
I'm 30.
do any of you
We don't have to do that.
any of you watch the local news?
Yes.
Like on not you. I'm talking about to the young people.
Oh,
I feel like I cannot count because my job is part of knowing what local news
What's
is.
going on,
So I will
okay.
exclude myself from this.
Because what I have found is like I'll say something that happened to my adult children and even a lot of the people, the kids that work here, not kids, adults. I mean, they're
Yeah.
late 30s and
adults.
40s. It's like, and they have no idea.
Cam, do you watch the news?
I don't watch the news. No, I mean,
How do you get your local news?
I have the IBC app as well. So if
Oh, boy,
anything
now he's
very
going the company
critical,
line here.
I mean,
yeah.
it's just how it comes up.
Yeah.
It's really interesting, but it's so finding ways to reach those younger people. But
Do you
and
find your-
maybe it's just when we get older, then you start watching
And
the
I
local
wonder
news.
too because it's so easy to get national news because of Twitter and social media, and that's a lot more easier and accessible and quicker. So I think maybe local news needs to work on maybe, and including ourselves, maybe better apps.
Now, let me ask you this.
And I think you
Or
need to also
get more of the
where
digital-
we get that news from our phones. You got to be sure you know that you're getting the truth. That's the
Yeah.
truth.
I was
Just
watching
because
yesterday.
You don't know what's right and wrong, and what
That
you're
goes for
seeing
any
is
age
true.
group.
Well, I agree. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if we're going to get our news and everything from
Yeah,
our
it's true.
phones, you got to you're not always going to get what
I sat and I watched the same as I did Channel 8 when Vietnam was going on. We could see the war right in front of us. My brother Tommy was over there. Yesterday, I sat and watched those missiles come in from Iran, and I was absolutely captivated by watching that and watching the terror. And they wheeled out this kid. They were carrying the kid out that got hurt. I will watch that live news,
live breaking news, like
breaking news
like that.
Right.
But yeah, it's just so I just find it fascinating that the older people like at our age, they just don't seem to be.
Well, it's also part of your routine.
Yeah.
Because you guys get up in the
good.
morning, I'm sure, is like you get a coffee and then you turn on the local
I turn on the local news.
Our routine is more, you wake up, you look at your phone. And your phone is, it's true though.
It's true, absolutely.
That's our morning paper is the.
So what's your feed for news? Do you go to Apple? Do you go, what do you get your feed from?
We got to get out of here.
Okay. Sorry.
Speaking of the local news, we'll be late for it. 239-9393. We're coming right back. We're at 71st and Keystone. Slawfest gets underway at 11 o'clock. And trust me, looks like it's already getting brighter here.
Yep.
But it is fully undercover. So banned the whole bit. So no worries about that. We're coming right back, 93 WIBC. When we started thinking about a coleslaw festival, and we wondered, it's like, hey, is there I wonder if there's a coleslaw song, and that's where the internet is amazing.
It is, because this is from the 40s?
Yeah, this guy, his name is Louis Jordan.
Uh-huh.
He was known as the king of the jukebox, and he was popular. He was born in 1908. And he was popular in the 1930s through the early 50s.
Great song.
Great song. He was married 5 times, so he didn't have that going for him.
I love that you know all this about him.
Yeah, I did a little research. And
did you start playing that right away?
Yeah.
That was from day one of Coleslaw.
Day one.
Of Slawfest.
And I just think it's kind of like he died in 1975. And I just think in my brain it's fascinating. It's like, can you imagine if he would have known like that this many decades later some buffoon would be playing his coleslaw song at a coleslaw festival.
You could have never imagined it.
Yeah.
Never. At a hardware store? No, I don't think so.
No. So, but then, of course, now we don't even need him because, we can just get an AI song. That bugs me. I quite honestly, that
can be done so quick.
And we have an AI coleslaw song coming.
We do have one coming up because Ethan was working on it a little bit last night.
But it's like
a little different vibe than this.
Yeah, sure. But it is just like I just hate that it's like I don't know. Songwriting is so cool, and it's like that just kind of ruins it for me.
Yeah, you can really understand why songwriters are very leery of this.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look good like it's going away.
And then how many?
It's only going to progress.
Then how many?
Could possibly have our jobs in a matter of years.
Oh yeah. And how many songwriters then would use AI and then just go in and kind of like
zhuzh it up,
and then call it
their own?
Yeah,
because they zhuzhed it.
So it's not
right.
I will say though that all the AI songs, yes, they're amazing, but the lyrics, I mean, they're very
cheesy.
Yeah, I mean, it takes real talent in like an actual human being's heart to write a good song.
I would think so.
I think that won't ever go away.
I hope not. But
you guys are just a bull.
I'm excited to hear the AI version.
It is
of
fun.
A coleslaw song.
Yeah, and we'll judge that against the great Louis Jordan.
Right.
Oh boy.
You guys
of course,
really.
Louis isn't here to defend himself.
Yeah.
Raj joins us on the program. Hey, Raj.
How are you?
Doing good. It's been a while since we've heard from you.
Yeah, I didn't talk to you for a long time. How are you all doing? Hi, Terry.
Hello, Raj. It's good to hear your voice. What are you doing today?
Oh, nothing much. I want to see how to take care of the chipmunks.
Oh, yes. We have them too.
Yeah. The chipmunks are
We have a lot of them.
Yeah.
We
Hey,
have a lot
Raj,
of them.
did you finally cut down the peach tree?
I was thinking about the peaches
Yes.
when you called.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Doggone it.
yes. Long back because it has some kind of stem border, and it was drying up and all that, so we cut it down.
Cut it down.
We have an apple tree, but we don't get any more apples there, which is all, I want to take that one down and put a new one.
Yeah. So, you know what? No, chipmunks is kind of a little, they can be very damaging.
Yes.
And obviously they're adorable, thanks to Disney and Chip and Dale. Everyone loves a good chipmunk, but they can really damage because they can get underneath, especially slabs and damage sidewalks and whatnot. So, and then they eat some of your plants.
Yeah, they do.
So there's different ways. I'm not a big fan of poisoning, animals. I don't think that's besides a mole. But the best way is really you can either get a live trap or like a rat trap, a snap trap. And the snap trap, I think, is the most humane because it puts them out of their misery. Put a little peanut butter on them. And generally we like to cover it with a box, like a milk crate, so that domestic animals and birds or whatever don't get in that. Then if you do a live trap, then you have to take it somewhere. But the experts say that if you take a chipmunk more than 2 miles, I always love who did this research.
Right.
We tagged a bunch of chipmunks to see if they made them back. Anybody on the outside of 465 did not make it. But they say 2 miles, they won't survive. So if you move them, in other words, people always get them and they always take them to the park.
Right.
That's
I wonder why they wouldn't survive in the park.
Yeah, no, that's what I was wondering.
know.
Seems
That's
like a
interesting.
great environment. Take them out to the woods. Great environment.
Maybe they're just not around their family. I don't know.
That's it. Now, what's that tell you? That they have feelings.
They have feelings. That's why you got to nip those feelings really
very
quickly with a rat trap. So a little peanut butter and just cull the herd.
Oh my goodness.
So I know it's not pleasant, but you can't.
It does do a lot of damage.
Yeah, if anything, because people do. Let's talk about the chip and dip thing, which I think is like
Sick.
sick. I don't think
It
it's
is
very
sick.
nice.
It's not. It's cruel.
Chip and dip is a 5-gallon bucket half filled with water with.
What'd you tell them for? Don't
Well,
tell 'em.
because you have to fill in
I know.
our
No,
listeners
you're right.
so that you put.
It's just cruel.
You float
They drown.
sunflower seeds. They drown. They go up.
They drown.
And they follow the sunflower seeds up the little plank,
Yeah.
and then they dive in.
Don't. It's awful.
So
Don't do that one, Raj. You got to do what you got to do.
so I would highly recommend a snap trap, a rat trap, and there's really easy setting ones now too, which is really nice. So because a lot of times as we get older, it's hard to set those things with the springs. So get one of the easy snap traps, put a little peanut butter on them. You might want to put a little wire on it because sometimes they can run off with it if they don't really get caught in the right way.
No, it's good tip. Good tip. You gotta talk
Okay,
about it.
well, there you go.
Great
Next-
first hour.
All right. 239-9393. We are here at 71st and Keystone awaiting the start of this year's Slaw Fest, 93 WIBC.
Like a creamy, or you like a vinegar?
I like them both.
I like them both, too. I really do. And
I like the Japanese slaw that they did a couple years ago with ramen noodles and stuff. That was really good.
Got a little crunch.
we have a slaw pizza today.
Is that new?
No, I think they had that last year.
Cooked cabbage on a pizza?
I bet it's good.
Very good.
Oh, I bet it's, I don't think so.
Allison, do you know some of the entrees?
I do, yes. So we have, first off, we have our new tenderloin sliders, which I think will be really good because it has the dill pickle slaw on it.
Is that a breaded tenderloin deep
I believe
fried?
so.
Yeah, it's on a. Yep.
Deep fried. Oh,
I'm excited to try those. Then we have our
They're making a
buffalo,
little slider size.
Oh, man.
buffalo chicken pizza. And then we have our bang bang tacos.
Love them. Favorite.
And of course, our slaw-tons.
Slaw-tons.
We love those too.
Have become infamous.
What in the world?
Someone
If,
surprised her with the cake.
Yeah.
If you're looking on the YouTube channel, Arden,
Wait a minute.
Pat's daughter-in-law-
Hold on. Let me get all the way through these.
Okay, I'm sorry.
The barbecue Sunday.
Barbecue Sunday.
Which is really good. And that's one of my favorites because
It
it's
is. It's classic.
pulled pork. No,
Coleslaw
and baked beans.
and
I
baked
think.
beans.
Yeah.
That's right, and baked beans. And then, of course, your charcuterie slaw. Where? Tasting class meat.
That's right. Where coleslaw meet charcuterie.
Now, that comes with a glass of champagne, too, is that right?
It does. It does.
So yeah, there's so even if you're not a huge coleslaw fan per se, I mean, there's tons
Right.
of entrees, and I would
Tons
say
of entrees.
the wontons, that is the talk of the town around here.
Yeah.
always.
Very
That
good.
was an invention of Joe.
It was.
Son
Yeah,
number
my son
2.
Joe.
He
Hey,
came up
you
with that
know,
one.
Dan, the other thing we didn't mention is that the first, if you bring Dad, the first drink's on us.
Yes, that's right.
So Dad
Wait a
can get a
minute.
beer or a soda or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Yep.
What a great thing.
Yep.
And it's $25, Allison?
$25 at the door.
At the door.
If you can't get your money's worth here, can't help you.
You ain't trying.
All right, what do you got?
So your dear daughter-in-law, Arden, said that a listener came by, and this is a slaw cutter. You can see there are 3 blades there, and they're pivoted off, or they're punched off of this slider, and each one, and you put your slaw in here, or your
Your
cabbage
head of
in
cabbage,
here,
yeah.
and just slide it back and forth. What a great idea.
Yeah, that's what we use to make all of our.
Yeah, that's what you use to make all. Yeah. Anyway, what a great idea. The
Really heavy.
you know, people are so ingenious. You know, it's a very simple little thing. Just, you know.
317 Barbecue sent over a big pan.
Oh, that's
slaw.
right. That's always a good one too.
Really good people.
Now, what is their slaw? Their slaw is fairly famous. They won't give you the recipe, but they'll bring you over
That's
the
right.
slaw.
I'll have to try it. So last night I thought, because I'm always working, so I was pre-gaming and got the slaw over at Binkley's. Because you
you
know what?
did?
It's like, yeah, because it's like, I got,
Pre-game.
blackened shrimp. And the set sides were coleslaw. And I thought, no, I'm going to let that ride.
Do you
And
do
their
black?
coleslaw is really
Gonna
good.
Party early.
Do you do blackened very often? Blackened is for fish and for seafood. I used to be a big fan of it, and I've sort of lost my taste for blackened.
Done
Yeah.
the right way. It's good.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep.
And it's even better with coleslaw.
That's right.
So how was it?
Anything's good.
That was a nice
slaw was really
transition.
good.
Okay.
It's really
was, it
good.
was it traditional slaw?
The traditional slaw, but you can show that there was a little bit of love. So
Okay.
the way I judge a restaurant is by their coleslaw or their side salad.
Oh,
two-
that's interesting.
Yep.
Oh,
Because if you
Terry's
put
been-
love into the lowest thing on your menu, then you know you're at a good place.
All right, so we're sitting here at the broadcast, and this lovely young couple comes up and gives Terry what it looks to be a bundt cake. I don't know what it is, but it's a monster.
It is a homemade angel food cake that they
Oh
made
my
for me
gosh!
Oh my
to
gosh.
take home. And this
How
took
sweet.
it's an angel food cake is so hard to make. It was Joe Picard and his wife Kim, and she made this yesterday. They had trouble because there was so much humidity in the house. That's one of
And
these
there's,
kind of cakes.
I talked to Joe. He said there's cabbage in it.
Oh, is there a little cabbage?
Yeah,
in it?
there's some slaw in there.
Oh my gosh!
Vinegar or
Thank you,
creamy? One of the.
guys. Honestly, that is
Beautiful.
That
just
was pretty-
beautiful, beautiful, and you should smell it. It just smells of deliciousness. I wish you could, but I'm kind of taped up.
Yeah, fine.
So
Yeah, and you
unfortunately,
said you had to
you're
leave
not
early.
going
You're
be
going
up
to take
to-
the cake with you?
This is going to be yes, and it really is. It's part of the donation. It's so delicious.
You guys,
I can't even imagine.
you guys want to talk to Macho Mike?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, look here. They can show it. I always forget. Look.
Hey, Mike.
Hi. Special birthdays. There's another one today. Everybody
Who's that?
yell together. Happy birthday, Angel.
Happy birthday, Angel.
There we go. Yeah, for those who
Angel
don't know,
turned
this is
7
Macho
today.
Mike, and Angel is his cat.
Angel turned 7. Thank you for the wish. She just turned 7, and she wagged her tail for everybody.
Oh,
Oh,
I bet so.
such a sweetie.
Keeping busy. I'm doing a lot of things. Looking forward to being together with all of you at the Egg Fest.
Okay, Mike.
Coming up
we're
in
looking
August.
forward. Now,
And
Mike,
bless
when you
you.
were when you
Go
were out
ahead.
at Victory Field, how many years did you do the dancing of?
13.
13 years for YMCA.
But I'm still
became-
doing. I've been volunteering 32 years. I'm still active. I do field days, walks, little leagues, all kinds of things.
Well, that's great.
I'm
It's good
keep-
to stay active, Mike.
Keeping going. And happy Father's Day. And remember my dad to all the fathers. Remember Teresa. She's been gone 6 years and 2 months. Bless
I know
her.
she has.
And God bless our flag today.
Flag Day, absolutely,
Flag Day.
and the
And,
250th birthday for the Army.
Amen. I was in the Navy. But
Sure are.
all the service deserve it and everything. They really do. Take care of yourself. Very disappointing last night. I was very disappointed.
Oh boy.
They need
loss.
they need to come back. You know who my favorite player is? McConnell.
I'm gonna McConnell.
TJ.
Yes, he is. He's gotten quite a following right now.
Yeah.
But you know what? I know what could pick up our spirits right now.
What?
Mike, you keep your radio on.
I know what could pick up our spirits.
What
How
would
about
that
a
be?
Let's
YMCA?
hear it.
There we go.
I'm actually dancing in the living room.
All right.
Put your clothes on, Mike.
They're there. Bless you guys.
Everybody.
See,
Take
Mike?
care. Look forward to seeing you in August.
Yeah.
You're all
right.
special. Amen.
All right, Macho Mike Sullivan.
Macho Mike Sullivan. It is Mike Sullivan.
Yeah.
Distant relative?
I don't
All
think
the
so.
Sullivans go back to the tree
I
someplace.
think
Yeah.
you're all all family.
Now, doesn't everyone feel better about that loss of the Pacers?
No.
No.
No, but kinda, because I'm smelling more pork in the air.
Yeah.
And it's not over yet.
All right,
It's not over.
Mr. Sullivan.
Destiny.
This is the
Destiny.
part of the movie where you thought things were going good, and then a little dip goes.
Yeah.
That's right.
This isn't best fun. We get a whole nother week.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
no,
just so glad that
Are you
it's going to be
worn out?
2 days. I am worn out. I can't do one day in
Do
between
you
the
have any
games.
Pacers merch in your store?
We do.
Oh, yeah, we do.
You still
We
have
have
some
little
left?
Halliburton plushies, which are
Okay,
adorable.
those are cool.
And then we have
And boomers.
We got more of the
Koozies?
The koozies
Okay.
that have the choke. One side is Reggie and the other side is Hallie.
Perfect.
And so those are really good.
Good.
And then we're doing some illegal Yeti stuff.
Okay.
all right, so I'm
No, we're
looking at
we're doing the Halliburton with the choke on a Yeti, because we don't think that is a licensed thing, because it's just a.
you took the picture. You can do anything you want with it.
That's
think
probably,
that's
maybe
really
that's
true.
true. I don't know if it's true.
No.
Well, if he's
that's
making
probably
money on
true.
it, he's selling the Yeti.
Yeah.
Doesn't say anything. There's no,
No.
So, but they're selling well.
That's great.
Yeah.
Because
If you want one, you have to come in the store and ask
At
for it.
Keystone.
At Keystone.
Is
Yeah.
there a code word?
Yeah, you
to
go.
get
Well,
that?
you go to the office door and go. Then
Two
they'll open the door.
longs, two shorts.
Yep.
Too long, too short?
Yeah. Ready? Like.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom.
And then they'll open the door and they'll show you where the. No, they're right there by the.
You don't need any code.
When
But
we,
with Father's Day getting, and we only have an engraver at our Keystone store, so I always want to, because if I don't mention that, people go to the other
it is a
stores.
really neat thing. It's a
Very
laser
personal, very
engraver.
cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool
And if you
gift.
buy the Yeti cup, they'll engrave it. In fact, Pat was so kind to give us a picture of himself for Christmas.
Yeah.
Which is a very
Love it.
modest
Isn't that
thing
nice?
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else do you have in your other hand?
Well, you know
That's
what?
for meat sweats. Do you know what meat sweats are?
Okay, so this is from this would be a great Father's Day gift. We're just loaded with great Father's Day gift, and this is a towel, a sweat towel.
Oh my gosh.
Like this is in the. I'm going to show it to our
tomahawk.
YouTube
Is it a tomahawk
friends.
or is it a...
That's a tomahawk sweat towel. So
how do you use this,
Tomahawk?
Patty?
That's brilliant.
yeah, you just
That's
throw it over.
good.
Just throw it over now.
Throw the meat right over your shoulder.
No,
right.
you. No.
You do it.
That's
and if
good.
You can, if you're able, do it.
Okay.
Throw that meat over your shoulder. Would you wet it? Do you get it wet
Well-
and so it gets cold?
So what's the purpose of a meat
Oh,
towel?
to cool you
Pat?
down?
yeah.
It cools you down.
You can also die.
I
Wow.
tell you what, it's very, it's
What if
nice.
it's
Don't
for-
you ever read the directions?
Well, it's just to clean
Show
your
the YouTube.
hands.
I think this is really fun. I think this is a
It's just a towel, Dan.
ideal-
Terry is holding
Yeah.
Pat's meat towel.
I've got his meat
up.
towel right here in my hands.
Oh,
Look at this. That is really super
I
fun.
tell you what, looks
All
like
right.
you just came back from the butcher shop.
and now
Fling it over.
Oh, the
your-
Yes.
T-bone.
this is the T-bone.
Oh, that one
So-
looks delicious.
There's the T-bone.
That looks like underpants.
Isn't it hilarious?
Yeah, it does kind of look like
It
underpants.
looks like
And then we also
underpants.
have ribs. But,
Oh, I'd love to see
But
the
these two are the T-bone and the what do they call it? Tomahawk.
Tomahawk chop.
Yeah.
That's fabulous. I love that idea. Is this your idea?
No, I have no idea where those came from.
Those are
but they're selling well.
Quick
And so
dry
that's just
That's a
fun. It's a
great-
great gift. How much are they?
It says they're
$9.99.
Listen to this.
That's a
Prime-
great buy for Dad.
Prime cut fibers for fast absorption.
And see if
And
you.
that's one of those gifts where, like, he's not expecting it,
Yeah.
and it's fun.
Who would
and he
think you're
actually
going to
would
get a
use
meat
it.
sweat towel?
Yeah, I love it.
And if he's
Okay.
on a
Actually, I like that
high-fiber
one.
diet, it's
Okay,
got fiber.
So I have to read this because Danny was like, tell everyone how to use this. Like, it's just, okay, but let me read it.
Okay.
Clean your hands at the grill. Carry hot, this says SH, hot stuff.
Oh.
Or wipe your sweat while you bulk up the gym. Whether you've got meat sweats or you're feeling like a sweaty hunk, this prime cut is here to clean house.
Happy Father's Day.
Yep, they're right there in the meat department.
That's cool.
I mean, the grill department.
That's very fun. I love it.
Yep. I was talking to Jonathan from Kincaid's. And
Kincaid meat.
yes, and over at 56 in Illinois. And then I think they have a place in Fishers, too. Maybe. But anyways,
Yeah.
they
Love it.
Father's Day is like one of their is bigger than other holidays that you'd be surprised, but it's Father's Day. It's a big grill out, and those tomahawks that they sell, it's like they might even have a promotion on them.
Okay.
But regular, they're like $50 a pound.
Well, I bet too people are buying it for their fathers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be
Stocking
surprised.
them up.
Cookout, yeah.
Meat can go the $50 a pound. You can get meat all the way up if it's Wagyu or whatever it is, all up to $200 a pound. It's a serious business being a butcher right now.
It's a skill. AI can't take that away.
That's right.
That is true.
It
That's
is
right.
a true art and skill, and they do get paid well. Meat cutters, butchers.
Do they? I bet they do. Okay, well, that's what I have. All right, 239-9393. We are here at Sullivan Hardware and Garden, 71st and Keystone, and this is going to be the site of the 9th annual Slaw Fest. Now, some of you are going, oh, it's going to rain. Well, it's fully covered, so there's no worries there.
No.
We have a band, Boogie Nights, is playing.
Oh, you love them. We all love them.
And I would be very disappointed if people didn't come because the whole idea, I wouldn't be surprised if mac and cheese people, because they're soft. And I can see if it was a mac and cheese festival, they wouldn't come because they'd go, oh, it's cloudy, it might rain. I don't think I'll get out of bed. I'm soft.
I got to tell you,
But
I wish
coleslaw-
you would attack the people that love the mac and cheese. I mean, it just feels wrong.
Pat makes it sound like you have to pre-chew your food for the mac and cheese people. So.
You know what? Where does let's talk about it. You brought it up
when we come back.
No, right now we're going to have this out right now. Where does mac and cheese come from?
It comes from
China.
France.
China.
I think it's from France.
No.
And Thomas Jefferson brought it over here on a pony.
No.
I thought it came from Wisconsin.
And then brought it, and remember? And then the macaroni in his cap. He put
No,
it in
it
his
comes
cap,
from
and then he said-
Wuhan, China.
That's not true.
And
That's not
it's
true. And I just
full
think you're
of
wrong
lead.
because
Full of lead.
again earlier I asked him the question, if you did not join us, if someone came to him, Kraft perhaps, and said, hey, Mr. Sullivan, we'd like for you to do a mac and cheese fest here for $1,000, and you said
You
yeah, I'll
said
do
$1 million.
You said $5 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do? You're chopping the price down.
$1,000.
No.
2,000. Maybe it was
No.
500,000.
I'm just telling you, wait, Robert Kennedy Jr. is just getting started. Wait till he sets his eyes on mac and cheese. It's going to be ugly. Slawfest gets underway at 11 o'clock. Coming right back, 93 WIBC. Hey, good morning. Welcome back. Pat Sullivan along with Terry Stacy, Allison Lemons, and the star of the program, Denny Smith.
Oh, there we go.
Yay.
We are here at 71st and Keystone because Slawfest starts in just 33 minutes.
Oh, I'm so excited.
33 minutes. Behind me is our field engineer, Cam. Hi, Cam.
And our promotion staff, which is Chris and Fatu, they are both here enjoying all the treats ahead of time.
Fatu. What, now, is that Irish?
Senegalese.
Senegalese?
Yeah.
I had that in high
Pat,
school.
behave.
I had a bad case of
Just ignore him, Fatu.
and
He's like this with all the people he likes.
I had two different antibiotics to get rid of my
Oh, my.
Pat,
Senegalese. I mean,
he's
because
the
it
new
was,
kid on the
it
block.
was
Don't
all
do that to
over
her.
on my leg and up my
Wow.
my backside too. So
That's your best side, by
Was
the
it
way.
itchy?
yes, it blistered.
Well, I've never heard anybody
I'm just
else
kidding.
that had it.
I'm just kidding with you. And then Hammer's here. Hammer's kid, Chris.
Yeah.
Hey, don't call him Hammer's kid. He's his own man. He's Hammer. Okay, he's Chris Hammer.
Okay, then he
He's
would be
Jake's brother.
Okay, so we could call Jason a framing hammer, and we'll call him a ball peen hammer. Smaller
Is it Baltine?
ball peen.
Well, everybody's smaller than
yeah.
than Hammer.
And then Jake his little brother works here, and we'll just call him Tack Hammer.
Did he lose the bet? He had to go to work for Pat Sullivan?
Well, you know what he's doing? It's amazing. He is really a good worker. He stays really busy. You give him a task, and he's on it. So that is not something that everyone has.
Where's that little? Oh no.
Eddie.
No, I didn't mean no.
Eddie's here.
Young. I meant young.
Eddie's here.
That young man that just brightens everyone's world. That works here for you. That looks like he's 10.
That is Eddie, and
That's
he's actually a time traveler, and he's actually 73. Charlie joins us on the program, I think. Charlie?
Yes, good morning, gentlemen and lady. Thank you very much. I have a condominium unit on the second floor. Above me is an attic. I get a lot of sun, and it gets very warm in the summer. I recently had a service evaluation, and it ended up they recommended about $11,000 worth of work, but which may have all be necessary. One thing they did recommend, the gentleman stuck his head up in the attic and said it was kind of cool. And a lot of times I imagine it's hot up there, but that was kind of a cool day. But he, anyway, his bottom line, he recommended many things, including more insulation, and also a treatment called AeroSeal, which is supposed to cut down on leaks in the ventilation system. I wonder what you guys could tell me about AeroSeal and whether it's a good deal or what.
Yeah, if you stick your head up in your attic and it's cool, you've got a duct leak someplace, because this time of year the attic can get up to 130.
So you're saying the attic, having a cool attic is not a good thing?
It's not a good thing. Now, in the wintertime, I guess that'd be sort of nice. But AeroSeal is a product that they blow through because they don't want to crawl through there and put tape and mastic on every joint. Now, I'm a tape and mastic guy. That's how I grew up in the trade. And we would tape it first, and then we would put a mastic that would then harden around it, and you wouldn't have any duct leakage. They've come a long way with that, and they've got a chemical that they can mist in there, and it goes right to where the leaks are. It builds up, and it blocks it. So it's easier on the craftsman. I don't know whether it's more effective. Adding insulation in the attic is always a good thing, Pat.
But can also, obviously, sealing the ducts, isn't that like the top 5 of inefficiency in HVAC?
Absolutely. And here's the thing. If it's really hot on the second floor, you want at least 60% of your cold air returns on the upper floors because that's where all the hot air is going to rise. And many times it's a design issue. But $10,000, I don't know how to put that into context, my brother, but
I would offer them $9,500.
That's called a flinch. Don't give them everything they ask for, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's that involved a lot more than just the AeroSeal.
Sure.
Okay.
Included, they say I have They say I needed coolant, which I had coolant put in last year, and they said I needed a leak examination and all of that kind of thing.
We're no longer allowed to add refrigerant unless we also do a leak test, and that's good. It used to be we just. Oh, yeah. Used to be we just go in there and slap in some more refrigerant and walk away, and they'd call us back in 6 months, we'd slap in some more. But with environmental concerns, now we have to do a leak test to see where it's coming from.
I see. Well, thank you so much.
All right, Charlie. But I think we think you're on the right path. So that all sounds very reasonable. Sealing the ducts is really important.
Yes, it is. And a lot of contractors do that now during the construction phase, Pat, which is the appropriate time to do it because then you don't have the insulation blown in there. You can get up there and get it all done, then let the insulation contractors come in and blow their insulation in. And
that's exactly why we're having Slawfest today as part of Duct Sealing Awareness Month.
Right here on Flag Day?
Yeah, well, it started June 1st, but it really ends with a big festival.
Hey, did
stuff.
I show you how they make coleslaw, Pat?
Duct Sealing Awareness Month.
Okay, I didn't know. I mean, there's a lot going on this Men's Health Awareness Month, you know, and
this one can get overlooked, but it's probably the most important.
Will you look outside? We're under a tent, but look.
Sunny skies.
Sunny skies.
Sunny skies.
Nice breeze coming through here
Oh.
where you'll be enjoying Slawfest. I mean, it really has turned out to be okay at this moment.
26 minutes.
26 minutes, okay.
26
so
minutes.
Doors
The
open.
gates, yeah. Is there? There's no line yet.
No, but everybody's manning their stations now.
They are.
Everybody's got the.
You can eat.
I mean, amazing.
Okay.
Hey,
don't make eye contact. There's Eddie.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Hey,
I can't help it.
I have a question for you, Pat.
Yeah.
Have you seen this grill cleaner or the plate cleaner that's called Giddy Up on television?
Is it?
It's got like a little. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Have, nobody wants you to use wire brushes anymore because
Yeah,
they can get.
we
in the
have
meat.
those.
Oh, you're
But this-
talking about the automatic robot grill cleaner?
Yep.
No, I haven't seen the automatic. I've seen the thing called a Giddy Up, which you hold in your hand. It's got a little LED light.
Oh, yeah.
And it's got like a little Brillo that goes around and around.
We
Have you
have
got those?
Yeah.
That's a really neat
The
thing.
one I'm talking about that's being advertised like crazy right now, as seen on TV, is the actual, like the Zumba, but it's for your grill.
Now, how did they
Cleaner.
do
You
that?
mean it? You don't hold it? It just goes around on your.
Just cleans it on its own.
That's
not
got to
gonna
be a
work.
couple $100.
It doesn't work.
There's no way it would have to weigh 100 pounds to get.
You need
know.
the pressure, Tara.
Oh, I don't know if you need.
All right, so what?
Strong bristles going around.
What do you call it, Pat? Do you call it a Giddy Up?
I'm going to find out, but we got to get out of here. We're going to come right back with more 93 WIBC.
Yeah. That's not country music. This is a quit it.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back. How's everybody doing?
Fine.
It's a good day. I'm ready for
This is
coleslaw.
a day when we need each other.
The sun has come
Pacers.
out here at Coleslaw Heaven.
Pacers did not do what they were supposed to do. No, you know what? They played so well.
I know it. Just got it.
Did they run out of gas?
I don't know. I can't wait to talk to JMB.
We can't win them all. It's okay.
It's
It's
right.
not over till it's over.
No.
We got to win 2 more. We got 3
can do it.
opportunities.
If they would
they
have
can
won
do it.
last night, then they still have to go back to Oklahoma City where they could have won in Oklahoma City. So now they go to Oklahoma City, play another game, and then there's one more when they're back home
Yep.
in Indiana, and that's when they're going to be raising
Exactly.
the big banner.
Yep.
No, don't. Let's not jinx it.
Oh, wait a minute. It's Oklahoma City, Indianapolis, back
It's
to
best of
Oklahoma
4.
City.
Best of 4. So you got to win 4 games. So we've won 2. They've won 2. So Monday will be a third. Somebody's going to win
Right.
3.
We're going to win number 3.
And then you
or
come
one,
back home to win that.
We're going to win the
Let's-
championship
let's see if
at
we can
home.
do
It's
it.
making it exciting. It's fun.
And if it's tied again, right, then they play one more game.
That's right, and that will be at
At Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
City.
We don't want that.
We don't want
Ends with
that.
a thumb wrestling match.
Yeah, that's right. and then they have those things
That's what I
they
like
eat on
about
their
Allison.
hands.
She looks so
Yeah.
sweet over there, and all of a
Comes
sudden
down
she
to it.
drops the hammer.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
They break the tie with a thumb wrestling.
All right, let's go to
there's
the
some-
menu items again.
there's some
Who
big
has
thumbs.
the different types of slaws that we've got
That
here?
league. What's that?
Who has the different? We're trying to get people here. They got 20 minutes before it starts.
Yeah, Slawfest kicks off at 11 o'clock, $25, $10 for kids.
How long does it go?
It goes till 2, 3.
3 o'clock. AA Ron
That's
is
close.
there. She's our events coordinator.
Oh, AA Ron.
Yep.
11 to 3. Woo woo. But yeah, over 30 different kinds of slaw, and of course we also have the entrees. So if
So
you're
let's
not-
talk about the entrees. Everybody wants some protein.
Yes,
so what do we got?
have Pat's favorite, the barbecue sundae,
Oh, I do.
which
love
is
I
that.
do love
pulled
that.
pork, which we're
That.
already smelling because it smells amazing right now with
My,
baked
oh
beans,
my.
slaw.
Yep.
And we got
So good.
our buffalo chicken pizza, bang bang shrimp tacos.
Love them.
Now, bang bang means they're going to be hot spicy, right? Is that what
Depends
bang
on
bang
who you
means?
Bang bang
Just
sauce.
a kind of a catchy name.
Yeah.
Bang,
and
bang.
our slaw-tons, that's a big one.
That's a big one too.
Thank you,
Love 'em.
Joe Sullivan.
And then our new one, tenderloin sliders.
Can't wait.
Which I think that'll be really good with our dill pickle slaw.
I think that'll be a big
It did
seller.
make a controversial decision.
Dun dun dun.
You did?
All right.
It had to be made.
I wasn't for it,
I know, but it had to be made.
but they eliminated slaw dogs.
I
And-
wasn't going to ask because I know
And
that was
Slaw
close to your
Dog
heart.
is, and I tried to tell him, Slaw Dog won the race
Yeah.
of the Wienermobiles
Right.
around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It was a heat of 5 or 6
6 of them.
Wienermobiles, and Slaw Dog won.
Well, I'm sad about it. I'm sad that it's not here.
But
I'd
we
like
had-
to
we-
see them instead of the Bang Bang.
Terry,
Is that the tacos?
I'd rather have that. I'd rather
Terry,
have
I'm
the
gonna
dog than
I'm gonna
the
bet you
taco.
$5 on something right now. Can you sing the Oscar Mayer song?
Oh, I wish I was an Oscar Mayer wiener. Everyone would be in love with me.
That's the beginning and the end.
I wish I was an
Okay.
Oscar Mayer wiener.
Since you started singing, I'm assuming you.
I got it.
Yep.
All right. How about the Armour hot dog song?
Hot dogs, armor
hot dog.
What kind of kid eats armor
Hot dogs.
Okay, there are fat ones, skinny ones, even kids that have
With
snot
rats.
and
Wow, that's
all the
good.
other kids, and me and
yeah.
you.
They really don't write jingles
even
like they
kids
used
with
to.
chicken pox.
Even kids with chicken pox love hot dogs.
Armor hot dogs. The dogs
kind of
kids like
love
the
them a lot.
dogs.
I'm glad I didn't ask for the national anthem. Oh my gosh, I can only
boy.
imagine what would have happened to
Oh
that.
boy.
I can't believe we don't remember those songs, Patrick.
I know.
After this,
We just
we're gonna
remember the first line.
memorize them.
It's like every Christmas carol as well. And then
Everyone knows the first line.
Everybody.
Right.
Well, we are here at Sullivan's at 71st and Keystone, and the Slaw Fest is the imagination of Pat Sullivan gone crazy 9 years ago, and here we are 9 years downstream, and it's just gotten better every year. There are 30 different types of regular coleslaw or dishes, and then you've got the protein, and and it's Father's Day. Father's Day, you get a free day.
Dad gets a free drink. So
That's
you can have a
right.
beer,
Yeah.
glass of wine, or a soda. So
Yep.
and then a lot of people will hover around and then all of the recipes are up there.
Oh, that's a good
So
point.
you just
Yep.
whip out your camera
Take a picture.
and take a picture of the recipe, and you'll find some specialty slaws that we have, and then like 317 Barbecue in Broad Ripple.
Yep.
And we get their barbecue all the time. It's great. They sent over a big pan of slaw, so appreciate that. And then you might find the slaw of the stars.
Yep. Bobby Flay, Paula Dean, Rachel Ray.
I think
Wow.
didn't Paula Dean get canceled or something?
Yeah,
back
she's
now?
back
Yeah,
now.
I think she's on her way back.
She did the mea culpa.
Go,
She's
go,
back.
go,
Yeah,
go.
Rachel. Go, Rachel. What about KFC?
KFC, yes, we have KFC
Love
sauce.
it. There's my creamy slaw.
Yep.
Love it.
I love that slaw.
Me too. Really good. Chick-fil-A's got a good one too.
Oh, do they?
They do.
I haven't had theirs.
I always
Got a good
forget about
slaw.
that.
Yeah.
Love it.
And Allison used to work at Chick-fil-A.
It's true.
Yeah.
That was my first big girl job.
Let's
Yep,
see if she really worked there. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Yeah, see? That's how you know.
Yeah,
That's
my
it.
pleasure. And then you can always tell when they go to another place because even sometimes if you're at the McDonald's or another drive-thru and they say my pleasure, you know they've been to the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, they're working their way down the
Still
food
them.
chain.
And then you think, what happened to
Yeah.
them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because who would want to?
Pat, again, Father's Day, and I know to a lot of the young people here, you're a father figure.
Oh, no.
What do you
Well,
do you
I've
think
been
you
told he's
instill
been
in
called
them?
him.
What is most important to you? Like before these kids leave, I'm going to teach them this.
You know, the biggest thing that I work on now is getting them to talk to other human beings. Because these kids are growing up at a time when they can pretty much get everything they want from their phone
Yeah.
without having to actually have a relationship, a very short relationship with another human being. So we work on that because when I train them, and I always say, hey, by a show of hands, how many of you are planning on making Sullivan Hardware your career?
And no hands go
No
up.
hands. And then I explain to them what is important about this job. And it doesn't matter whether you're a doctor or a nuclear scientist. You have to be able to have relationships with other human beings.
It's called CSX now. It's a whole study in
How's it
college.
train?
No, it is, but it's called the Customer Service Experience, CSX. And they have
Wouldn't that
courses
be-
on it. They have degrees in it now, Pat. It's a
Wouldn't that be
degree of marketing.
CSE?
Customer Service Experience. Yeah. What is it?
Makes
sense.
Yeah, that's what people come in and, they can buy anything on Amazon anymore, but they come in for an experience and be able to touch it and see it, and that's what you got to give them.
And then occasionally they're going to run into demanding people, demanding customers with complaints, and then having to be able to work through all those things.
That's where you get a customer
That's
for
good.
life, when you solve the problem.
I think that's
And
a
look
good-
at me. I got a giddy up.
And then you know what you do have to get it. And you know what I always tell the kids too, like when I about had it with them,
Yeah.
and
All the kids, even your own.
no, well, what I'll tell them is like, hey, Tommy, you're not important to this business.
Oh, wow, that's kind of that'll make you cry.
It did. Matter of fact, I did have a person cry last week, 2 weeks ago.
Because you said those words?
Yeah.
Did you regret it?
No, because he has to learn. It's like I said, wherever you go, you want to be important to that business. You want to be important. I said, you're not important. You're not important here because, and then I always hold my hand out. I flat palm of my hand. I say, this is our business inside the palm of my hand. This is our customers. This is all the activity, and you're right outside of that. You're not on the hand, and you dip your toe in every once in a while.
So how do you get on the hand?
You got to become important.
Yeah, you got
to be the first one on the radio to take that call for mulch. What the kids do is like, we need 15 bags of topsoil.
Stone
and
quiet.
then it's like radio silence because they're all waiting for their buddy
to answer
that. And you want to be the first one because I notice. And your boss at work you're going to notice.
That's pretty good.
Are you sorry you asked that question?
Good. No, not at all. Because I do believe. I mean, we all had father figures in our lives, other than our father, right? I mean, you have these people that have come into your lives that are a father figure, and I think for a lot of, especially, I don't say especially, but for young people, that manager, if it's a male or a female, becomes kind of a. When you're that young,
it
becomes a father figure or a mother figure to you, I think, a little bit.
I ran into a fellow at the funeral home that used to work for us, and one of the things I used to do is I always said, pick up the fittings and put them in the bin. They're expensive. So I would take a 3/4 inch fitting, and I would put a little note in there that says, if you find this fitting, put it in the bin and come up and see Denny. And a guy says, I remember you doing that, and I put it in the bin, and I came up and gave you the note, and you gave me a $10 bill. I said,
that's kind of cool.
That's right.
Idea.
If you see
I might hide one of those in the mulch pile.
You know what? And it worked. And he remembered that. And here he was in his 40s or 50s.
That's
we were down in
good.
Martinsville. And he said, I remember that. I said, I bet you picked up fittings after that.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. Love it.
Yeah, first jobs are important. Yeah. And, and that's the other unfortunate because kids are so involved with so many other activities. Sometimes they miss that first job. They don't get one.
Yeah.
Because
that's the truth.
They're in travel this, travel that, all that.
And doing
stuff.
chores at home is not your first job. That's not your first job.
Before I know we got to go. The other thing that we're getting here, which is hilarious, that I never even thought about, is we're getting kids that rode the train when they were little.
That's cool.
That's marketing.
It's like when you see, I would say a good majority. Because there was a couple, I may have talked about them once. We had a couple basketball players from Carmel.
Yeah.
And they're so busy. But I said, and I'm thinking, why would these two Carmel basketball players? And I said, did you guys ride the trains? Like, yeah. And they both brought in pictures of them riding the train.
I love that story.
It's a great story.
I love that story.
All right, we're coming right back. We're 71st and Keystone. We're just 10 minutes away. Let's take a look at the line. Nope. Nobody yet. Okay, but they're probably
there's somebody said they're just staying in the air conditioning.
They're standing inside. There's a line. How many are in the line? One?
A
couple.
Family.
There's two in line right now. So listen.
You got time.
You got time. So you may have your ticket. You might have bought your ticket. You may want to buy your ticket online at sullivanhardware.com to, that way you're not going to get stuck in a long line.
Yeah, good. That's very good, too.
I don't think they're going to get stuck in a long line.
I'm just kidding. All right, we're coming right back, 93 WIBC. The doors are open to the 2025 Slaw Fest, the celebration of coleslaw,
good.
The celebration of America.
That's right. The rain has stopped. I do believe maybe a sprinkle.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the skies are a little brighter, very comfortable.
Yeah, it's very nice.
And you're undercover anyway.
That's right. People are rolling in.
What time does the music start?
That's a great question. What time's the music? 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock, okay.
Yep. People generally you got to be careful. You got to pace yourself because there's a lot of entrees. So I had the new one, which is the slaw tenderloin.
Oh.
Really good.
My favorite. I mean, that really is good. I never thought of putting coleslaw on a tenderloin, on a fried.
It's a pretty big sandwich.
Tenderloin. It's a good bite.
It's not a slider. It's a big sandwich.
It's delicious.
And of course, we have the wontons.
The wontons are really good this year.
I'm going to show this to our camera
There's
here.
a little bit of a different taste to the wontons this year.
Are they?
Yeah, I think so too.
There's something's in it that's a little bit different. It's good.
Yeah, maybe some mac and cheese in there.
And for those of you who are asking about, Allison just brought this in for me. There is your coleslaw tenderloin.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny with the our YouTube audience and our cameras. It's like the cameras. Hey, Kirk, how are you?
Not too bad.
What's up?
You know, you threw down the gauntlet when you started picking on mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's just un-American.
Oh, no, sir. It is about as American as it can possibly be. It come right out of Georgia.
No, it came from a lab in China.
No, it did not. It did. You haven't had a good meal till you had a good 3-cheese mac and cheese with bacon and jalapeno.
Oh,
yeah,
You can
full
also
of lead.
put it in a waffle iron and make waffles out of them.
crisp
Yeah,
up.
and you know, where was that iron made? China.
No.
No, American made, cast iron, right out of Pittsburgh.
All right.
I think he's got you.
Hey, Kirk.
Uh-huh. Yes, sir.
You know, I actually like mac and cheese, so
Uh-huh.
it's just a little,
Okay.
it's a little shtick, you know.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well, I can stick back.
All right. Well, you know what? You represent China right now, pal.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, no, USA. Later, dude.
See ya.
You are something else, pal.
I know. It is. Sometimes people get pretty worked up about that. And it's like, hey.
It's just for fun. It's
Yeah.
part of the shtick.
Yeah. Tony joins us on the program. Hi, Tony.
Hey, how are you? I heard you talking about slaw on a tenderloin,
Yeah.
but the best is get you some Italian beef, some shredded Italian beef with coleslaw on a hoagie roll. I happened to hear you talking about that, and I'm like, that'd be great on a tenderloin, but
Wow.
Now,
yeah, you
see,
do it the
it's
other
funny,
way.
you're
It's
talking
so
about
much
putting
better.
Beef,
So Italian
beef.
sausage.
Yep, no Italian beef, like the stringy
Italian
stuff.
beef.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah.
you put that on a hoagie roll with coleslaw on top.
Yeah.
It'll take your breath away.
But that is good.
That sounds good.
It's like a Philly steak
Yes.
without the
I
cheese.
but I heard you talking about slaw, and you know, growing up, my mom was from Southern Illinois, and that's what they had. They had this stuff called chow. It's basically like a coleslaw relish that they put on their barbecue sandwiches too. It was just the bomb too. But
You know, there's
Pulley's
nothing more
Barbecue
American.
yeah, Pulley's Barbecue in Marion, Illinois.
All right.
Good
there
stuff.
you go. Thanks,
take care.
Tony. All right.
Bye
See
bye.
you. Well, there you go.
People love to talk about their food. I used to think it was just my grandparents, but everybody likes to talk about food.
They do, Denny. You're right.
Is the Italian Fest? Is that this weekend?
It is. Yeah,
The
it's
That's
sidewalk,
tonight.
sidewalk fest.
I wonder
5 o'clock.
if they're serving slaw.
Hey, if you ever want to know what's going on,
mac
call
and cheese.
Terry. Terry knows everything. I mean,
Well-
from east side to west side, north to south, Terry knows what's going
It'd be
on.
kind of fun is come here for Slaw Fest, get your entrees, and then go over to the Italian Festival for dessert. Get your cannolis.
Oh my!
Oh.
Nothing more better, truly, than there's handmade. They make
Yeah.
every cannoli is handmade by those folks over there at the Holy Rosary. You can park in the lots, the Eli Lilly lots at East and New Jersey streets. Free parking.
I just
5
parked in the
o'clock.
middle lane on East Street and
Oh,
put
you
up
know what? They've got a
one of those
mass.
triangles.
They have a mass going on at 6:45.
Oh, do they?
A procession of some sort. Is that the way you do it?
Yeah, coleslaw procession.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a coleslaw. It might be a.
On a cannoli, do
Like
they
a
all
meatball
are they all
procession.
the same thing, or they all have cream on the inside? What is a cannoli? Yeah.
Like that delicious cream on
Oh,
the
I
inside,
love
and then
cannolis. They brought
put
us
them
some
chocolate
yesterday.
chips.
The only reason I
Any kind
remember
of thank
cannolis
you.
is because in Godfather 3 or 4, the bad guy had a cannoli. He was up in the opera box, ate the cannoli, and it killed him. So they had poisoned his cannoli.
It's some kind of, it's like a ricotta cheese on
Cheese.
the inside, and it's just
then
the
sugar, like a
homemade
powder sugar
cannoli
on the
itself,
outside.
right? The crispy shells, and they're this big, and they're just so good. So yeah, you could just go over and have some dessert over there, but you won't. I mean, a meatball on a stick is good. The bread that they make, all of the bread.
You know the whole menu.
My gosh, I love it.
Yeah.
I just love them. Italian Fest, yes, one of the best Church Street festivals around. So you got to do that one today, 5 o'clock.
All right, we're at 71st and Keystone, and it is the site of Slaw Fest.
Yeah.
This is our 9th annual Slaw Fest.
What can we eat now? Slaw?
Well, there's pizza, buffalo slaw pizza. I have not had that. They were just putting them in.
Okay.
They're cooking those on a Gosney. And that's that would, speaking of, that would make a great Father's Day gift. A Gosney, matter of fact,
Pizza maker.
one of the guys that
cooker.
was making pizza is from our grill department, and they're training somebody else because we're really busy in the grill department. Because you get to spin
Spin to win.
Spin to win for your accessories.
And it's not
so
damn-
you gather up all your accessories that you want for Dad, and then you spin the wheel, and you'll get between 10 and 50% off all of the accessories. Now, if you get the 50, you can't go get more. It's like
Right.
what you
once
picked up.
Once you collected it.
Yeah. So
Sometimes I just go over there to just spin the wheel, It's
Yeah.
just- it
You
feels
like
good.
that clickety
it
clickety?
does feel good.
Feels good.
You know, and sometimes you feel like, what's the Ryan Seacrest does? What's the name of the show?
Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune.
I was
And
thinking Price is Right, where I just
yeah,
all
those
my mind.
same thing too, where they spin it
Big wheel.
so hard, and then you have to sit there and make small talk.
I like yours because
And
it
then
makes
same thing with this. Like people spin it so hard, it's
yeah,
like
but yours makes
Should
the
have
same
these shout-outs.
same sound as old baseball cards and a
Yeah.
clothespin in your
Clack, clack,
wheels.
clack, 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 clack.
clack, 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 clack.
that's right.
That's
So,
how you
where
make
are you
it fun.
from?
Yeah, exactly.
Any shout outs?
Any shout outs? Yeah. Grandma Myrna, she's watching us over in Minnesota. Anyways, I just can't break myself with add that
Why
S.
break it? It's your way of expressing. You know, people. Okay, so Pat
Anyway.
says anyways.
You know what the right
The
way
real
is.
word is anyway. But we get these stupid text messages and emails about people complaining about Pat's
It's
vocabulary.
not stupid.
Stop it.
It's just a
That's the way he talks.
The stupid part was when she said, "I'm not going to listen to the show anymore because of it."
That
but,
was stupid.
But
Come on.
But correcting English is not. I think that's fine.
It's no. If you're an English teacher, you can correct English. If not, you're not. You're not everybody. Oh, look at this. He's pulled out something
Oh
fun.
shoot, that got wet. So this is something that I did not authorize, and one of the guys and my son Joe did.
Show it to the camera, Pat.
Hold on.
Okay.
I don't know what it is yet. It's called the grill gun.
Oh.
The grill gun.
Light your grill in 60 seconds. Oh my gosh,
Is
that
it
looks
a
so
rifle?
That is
dangerous.
such a guy thing.
It is
isn't
a guy thing. So it's shaped like a long, like a pistol, like with a
rifle.
But
Where's the fuel
well, it's
source?
not really a rifle because it's
Yeah,
got a
that's
pistol
true.
handle, but it's got to be like. I don't
It's
know.
its own gun.
Oh, this says actual size right here. So
All right. So how do you
that's
get
about 18
propane
inches
into
long.
it? How do you get the propane in?
There's a right
here it is. Yeah, on the side, right here.
Yep.
Powered by.
Yeah, you put a bottle of propane on it, and
Proving
then
once again that men are stupid and there's nothing you can do about it.
professional propane torch. Light your
Look
grill.
at all the ladies shaking their heads. Yeah.
Oh.
Men are stupid. Learn to work around it.
Light your grill. Sear your meat.
Sear your meat.
I didn't want to go down
wow, I
that
kinda
route.
like that
That's
idea.
if it's used incorrectly.
What about, could you light a candle?
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
You could burn
melt
the
that
house.
sucker right down.
They got these
and
in
a
LA
whole
during the
host of
riots.
other great uses. Like what? Okay, let's just read here.
Jeez, Pat, you laid that in the water, man.
I said that. All right. So you can, they call it the Grill Blazer Grill Gun. Simple and safe, very portable. Dun-dun-dun.
You can light your grill up to get it ready for heat in 1 to 3 minutes. That's 400,000 BTUs, Pat.
I thought they had a thing where you could brown up. Like if
400,000
you're doing a
BTUs.
sous vide,
Yeah.
and then you can brown up your meat
Sure.
with the.
You know, if water heaters go over 499,000 BTUs, they have to be declared to be a boiler. So this is boiler strength.
boiler strength.
Boiler strength?
They should say that on there.
Yeah, well.
So what I was thinking about sous vide, I believe is what it is. It's when you cook your
meat in a bag.
meat in a bag
And hot water.
in hot water,
You do.
Right.
and then you get this perfect thing. And I always say, well, you lose your man card,
Yeah.
right? So this is an attempt
To get your man card
to get
back.
your man card back. So if you sous vide, then you take the grill gun with a propane cylinder and you start it, and then you can brown up.
You know, it'd
the
be
meat,
fun to go to
sear
one
it.
of those paintball things and wait for some little kid to shoot you with a paintball. Have you been to a paintball place? The little kids, they get right around the corner and they'll nail you, and it stings like. Turn around and hit them with the grill gun.
That would be good. Yeah, like burn
It's
their
really fun.
Fire.
like burn their shoes off.
Right. Or just keep it by your bed.
Yeah,
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Now,
You know?
Terry, see, Terry's thinking
Somebody,
three-dimensionally.
How much
there.
is it?
This comes in that just shouldn't be there. I'm gonna get
Oh
you-
my God, they're expensive.
How much is it?
$225.
$225.
No way.
But it's,
It's,
you can put it on your frequent flyer card here at Sullivan.
Jeez.
That's a lot. I mean, it is a lot.
It does seem it's going to rain, guys. Look at the sky.
I tell you what, a guy would buy that in a heartbeat if he weren't here with his wife.
Well, at least it's you tell them if you come and you want one, tell them it's an accessory, and then spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. It is kind
Maybe
of an
get 10%
accessory.
off.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you spin the wheel and it's accessory, you get.
It's fun.
There's some of my grandkitties.
Hi, everybody.
Nelsie.
Oh, here's some pizza.
What did you? Pizza.
Nelson, you're growing up, son.
Ew. Oh my gosh, the pizza
Thank
is
you.
here.
And then
Thank you.
Show it on
there's
the camera.
Ellie and Lou and Char
Nelson,
Char.
You're really getting tall, buddy. Come on around, Char.
Come on now.
Did you get some?
This is Elle.
This is Elle.
Elle is
she goes.
is
Oh.
Elle's
Look
one of
at
the
this.
twins.
Hi.
Right.
What you having? Ooh, that looks good. Is it banana flavor?
It's a box drink.
Can you tell everyone how old you are?
No,
Nope.
she's not going to do
Not
that.
going to talk. I don't blame you. They went. Did you go fishing yesterday? Yeah.
No. Oh, did you?
Your
Yeah.
mom
I
is
love
one of the
fishing.
best fishermen ever.
Oh my gosh,
something?
they're big fishermen.
Do you know to this day, her mom has caught the biggest bass at our pond.
Oh really?
Yeah, and you were dancing by the side. Mommy, good job, Mommy. Good job, Mommy.
So did you catch any fish? You did? Okay. What
Well,
kind of fish was it?
You can really make her talk, can't you?
Rainbow.
Rainbow.
A sunfish?
A trout?
Or a trout?
Probably a trout.
Did you
It was a
do
bass.
that
It
too?
was a bass.
You're supposed to, after you catch the fish, you're supposed to kiss them on the head, right? You kiss the fish, and then you put them back in the water.
That's they know that from their mother.
There you go. That's what you do.
Yeah. Jenny is.
She's world class.
I don't want to say that she's kissed more fish than boys, but
I have. I can say it.
yeah. And there's Lou Dog. There's Lou. That's Elle's twin.
Hi.
Look up at the camera so everyone can see us. See the camera? Go. Can you wave?
You see
Yeah.
yourself?
Lou, come on over here. You can get in the camera too.
Yep.
Yeah. Go on over. It's
old home week.
This is family, right? This is
All right.
family
I'm
show.
I'm
And
getting
Charlie,
a
too.
little concerned about the weather because it is.
There's some wind blowing.
It is wind blowing.
Let's take a look at the radar.
Come on around here,
Come
buddy.
here, Lou.
Come on, Lou Dog. You can do this. All right, now look right here,
Look
Lou,
there.
and you can see yourself.
See? See, look
Come
at
on,
the,
Charlie.
See there?
Charlie, come on.
Look up.
No.
There's Lou. That's on our what do we call that?
YouTube.
The YouTube channel.
Live. Yeah, if you go to YouTube, search WIBC. We're streaming live from Slawfest.
That's right. All right, Elle.
And your grandson,
Good
your
visitor.
grandson can see
Elle
himself.
wants out of here. So
Come
there
on
goes
over here,
Elle.
buddy.
And then
There you go.
All right, Lou.
Look at those curls.
Did you catch any fish? Yeah. What did you catch? Did you catch a rainbow? Yeah.
Yeah.
How big was it?
Wow.
Where's Jenny? What
did
are you
you
calling
kiss
a
it?
rainbow?
It's bad.
A bass.
Oh, a bass.
Did you kiss it? You kiss it and
Attaboy.
throw it back in? All right. Good deal.
Wait a minute.
All right, see
Lou,
you
did
later.
kiss it on the lips
All right.
or on the head?
All right, 239-9393. We'll take your calls. We are here at Slawfest, just getting underway. It is fully undercover,
Yes, it is.
so
You will
Yeah.
stay dry.
but it does look like.
I know it does. It's to our north, though, Pat. It doesn't
Is
look
it?
like it's aiming at us, but we're right around it.
Okay.
But it could pop up. There could be a little pop up, which looks like we're clear at the moment.
All right. Well, we're going to take a little break. I'm going to enjoy a slaw wonton, and then we also they dropped us a piece of the buffalo pizza.
Yeah.
All right. We're coming right back with more 93 WIBC. Hey, good morning. Welcome back. Pat Sullivan, Denny Smith, Terry Stacy, Allison Lemons. It is Saturday's Home and Garden program brought to you in part by the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Today we're here at 71st and Keystone for our 9th annual Slaw Fest, the celebration of coleslaw. And you might ask, well, how does that tie into my business? It doesn't. But it seemed like something fun to do, and the story goes, I do a little thing on Fridays with JMV, and John, it was something we started. I go in on Friday, and it's called Ask Pat. Now, it hasn't started because the Pacers continue to play.
Playing.
But when things get a little slow around here in the summer, they bring me on to the sports show, and we talk grilling and other things. But John, at the time, so I've been doing that a long time with John because so that was 9 years ago, and it was the time that Rib Fest they got rid of Rib Fest, and John says, I want to be on the ground floor of the next big food festival. And I said, Slawfest, celebration of coleslaw. And he was just like, He hates slaw.
Yeah, he is the enemy of this.
He is
whole
the
festival.
enemy. Yeah. So, but anyway, he made it the question of the day. You know, do you like coleslaw? And you know what? Coleslaw was liked by 67%
That's
of
good.
the people. That was really good, especially when it's sports guys. Oh, here's our guest too. Grace and Dan, the Dan
Oh,
Nix
that's
band.
right. You just saw him play at the Jazz Kitchen.
Yes, I did.
How was that?
Oh my gosh.
I love
Unbelievable.
that place. I love that place. It's
Yeah.
a great atmosphere. Amazing musicians.
Hang on, we're going to have them on after the bottom of the hour. Okay, we're so close to a break here, Dan.
All right.
Denny was just excited.
Yeah, of course he was, because Grace is here.
Well, so's Dan.
Yeah,
I mean, he looks like
Dan looks
a fisherman.
compared to what he was wearing when he directed the Dan.
I don't
Nix
know. He looks
band,
like he fell off
that,
the Jimmy Buffett truck.
That actually is mild.
Is that mild?
Yeah, because he had like a Doc Severson.
That's my
coat
type
on.
of. That's my type of guy.
Denny and him actually share closets. Yeah.
Yeah, they might. It was really amazing. So it'll be kind of fun to hear, you know, how they put it together.
Take a look on
Different
YouTube.
people.
You can see the whole show. We will have them on at the bottom of the hour.
All right, there you go. So, but anyways, the I'm going to break myself of this.
No, you're not.
I will. Oh, here comes Patty. It's like grandchild day.
It is. Oh.
Oh boy. So John dared me, and I started it kind of just out of a, you know, because I always liked coleslaw. Here's Patty. Patty is 6 months old, almost 7. He's a little redhead, and his name is Patrick, and which is and there's Nelson. Hi, Nelson.
Hi.
How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Have you ever been on the radio before, Nelson?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. So
You're already doing better than Pat.
yeah, you're doing great. Maybe you could take over the show someday. What do you think about
Ooh,
that?
yes, you can be our co-host.
Maybe.
All right. So where did you go to school?
St. Pius.
That's where I went to school. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Same building, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. We spend the money on it. We're not like the townships that tear them down and
There you go.
build them new. We invest in the people. So what grade are you going to be in?
4th.
4th grade. That's Indiana history. You know that? Who's your teacher? Do you know yet?
No.
What's your choices?
Mrs. Farbach and Mrs. Wise.
Oh. Miss Feuerbach's mom works there. Did you know that? She might be up at the cash register right now. You might go put in a good word. All right, so Nelson, favorite grandchild. So what are you doing this summer? You going to camp or anything? Hey, buddy. Patty is just like raring to go here.
Yeah, I'm going to CYO camp.
CYO camp?
Yeah.
Is that like for a whole week? Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Whole week? All right, what's your favorite thing at camp?
I haven't been yet.
Oh, this is your first time.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
What are you looking forward to?
Horse riding?
Anything and everything?
Hey, bud.
Yeah.
So
What else are you doing this summer? Are you doing any sports?
Yeah.
Working the store?
I have baseball and I'm going to Maine.
Oh, you're going to Maine? Oh, that's
I
beautiful.
thought we were going to Rhode Island.
I think Nelson knows
Maine
more
too?
than you. Yeah.
Patty doesn't like sharing me with you because he's trying to take the spotlight from you. All right, so tell us about what your favorite thing in school was this year. Or how about you work here, right?
Yeah.
So how old are you?
9.
9 years old, and you work here, and you work with the high school kids, right?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite thing to do when you're at work?
The tree a lot.
Oh, a Christmas tree.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Did you get tips?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And there you go.
And there it happens. Do you like moving mulch? Not great?
Eh.
It's just mulch, right?
There's not as many tips involved.
No. You got to work a little harder for tips or for mulch. People are in a good mood at Christmas when
Yeah,
they pick it out the
exactly.
Christmas tree. So, all right, buddy. I was going to ask you if you've ever been in trouble with the law. You ever been arrested?
No.
Ever spent any time in jail at all?
No.
No? Really? Have you ever driven a car?
No.
No? Okay, well, that's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna hand Patty away. There goes Patty, is very excited. All right, well, Nelson, you're my favorite grandchild. You know that.
You better take that now.
That's right. Take
Get
it, buddy.
in writing.
All right. Nelson, you hang on, because we have a guest from the Michaelis Corporation, and it's where is it?
On the call.
Oh, it's on the call. Oh, it's Michael Carter.
Michael, his first time with us. God bless.
Okay. All right, Michael Carter
right.
from the Michaelis Corporation joins us. Hey, Michael.
Hi, how are you?
We're doing good. Nelson, do you have any question for Michael?
No.
No? So, Michael, it appears you've already had a pretty good run of water losses, and now, especially right now, it seems like the northern counties are getting pounded once again with some pretty heavy rain.
Yeah. We're pretty well known for our emergency services team and our basement and crawl space waterproofing, and it's keeping us very busy this year.
It is probably, at some points, I would imagine that there's just too much. And Richard always says, keep calling, because we try to get to as many people as we can. But even with the amount of equipment and manpower that Michaelis has, I mean, it's, sometimes you just can't get to everyone.
We'll get there. Yeah, just keep calling. I don't know how many wet, soggy, gross crawl spaces I've been in this year. I've stopped counting because it's a record that nobody really wants to break. But
yeah, and then you kind of work on some of the foundations, correct? And foundations and repairs?
That's right. I did want to kind of highlight that. I know we're probably most known for our emergency services team and our waterproofing, but we also do great work with settling foundations and bowing basement walls. I kind of wanted to highlight that today. And maybe help homeowners recognize some of the signs that they might be having foundation issues.
Yeah, so what are some of the signs that people should look for? Because sometimes cracking can be harmless, and then sometimes it can be a sign of something serious.
Exactly, yeah. I come out of a lot of experience in this. I'd say the first sign, if it's a settling foundation, is you'll start to see cracking both inside the home and outside the home. On the outside, if you have a brick exterior, it's really pretty easy. You'll start to see diagonal stair-step cracking up the mortar lines of the brick. You usually see one on one corner, and then around the corner it's a sister crack, meaning that section of the house is sinking. The further or the wider the gap is in that crack, the further your foundation is going. If that starts sinking, then, of course, it's holding up the entire house. Everything above it is in danger.
Sure.
Also, bowing basement walls. Yep, go ahead.
Okay, so before we go to that, what's the solution? How do you guys handle, that situation with the stair-step cracks and the sinking foundation?
Yeah, it's a product called, we use something called push piers. We drive steel pipe every 2 to 5 feet along the outer wall, dig down to the footer, and then drive steel piers down to bedrock or densic material enough to hold up the house, then hydraulically lift that foundation back into place.
Wow, that's amazing. And then bowing basement walls, there's always a little bowing, but when is it a concern? I mean, and how do you test for that?
It's pretty straightforward. You can almost just eye test it, but I use a 4-foot level to measure the bow, how far it's going. Anything over an inch starts to become problematic. I went to one yesterday, and all you could see was the horizontal crack across the wall. That would be stage 1. I couldn't get a measurable bow at all. So it's really not that bad yet. Just really kind of keep an eye on it. I suggested interior waterproofing for that to keep the footer dry. But I also 2 weeks ago went to a house where the bow was ignored and the basement wall collapsed into the basement.
Oh my gosh!
It would require a full basement foundation rebuild.
Wow, there you go. Now, Nelson, you've heard Michael from the Michaelis Corporation talk about things you should look for in the basement. Have you ever looked at any of the brick at your house to see if you have any of the stair-step cracks?
No, not really.
Okay, well, when you get home today, can you do that?
Yeah.
All right, good deal. Hey, Michael, thanks for spending a little time with us. The number 844-FIX-INDY. That's 844-FIX-INDY. Water storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Hey, good morning. Welcome back. Pat Sullivan along with Denny Smith, Terry Stacy. He was hitting me in the back. I was looking. You didn't have any headphones on. Allison Lemons.
Yeah, that was disturbing.
And we are joined by
a friend
special
of the show.
Correspondents.
Special correspondent.
Dan Nix and Grace. Grace, I forget your last name again.
Hosford.
Oh, that's right. That's why I forgot it. And you teach my grandchildren.
I do.
So
and
like
nieces and nephews and all of the cousins.
I know. We have a lot of people over at St. Pius.
And you're the music teacher.
Yes, I teach elementary music.
So you saw my grandson Nelson.
Yes.
So how does he do in music?
I love that kid.
Do you?
I do.
There's a lot of personality there.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to get.
In a good way.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. So the way we met, Dan, is I was emceeing a teacher's appreciation, and I looked at my phone when I was on stage, and someone canceled. And I said, hey, someone canceled for my radio show tomorrow, and I said, one of you are going to have to fill in, right?
And Daniel looks over at me and he goes, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, so I had forgotten about it. So it was a reverse raffle. So, it's 9 whatever, and I'm ready to go home. And this guy comes up and goes, hey, I want to do that. It's like, do what? It's like,
He didn't even remember what he
Literally
said.
what happened.
And I gave Dan, well, I didn't know his name at the time.
You didn't even know it the next morning.
No, I did not. And I realized that when I was.
That's
and
true.
so he's coming in the 10 o'clock hour. I gave him my phone number, told him where to be on Monument Circle. And I told, when I got there, I told all you guys I have a guest. And obviously, the first thing you'd ask is,
what's his name?
What's his name? And I go, I have no idea.
Terry and I were both out of town, and I just remember I got a text from Pat saying, we have a guest today. I'm like, oh, that's exciting. Who? And he goes, I don't know, but they're coming to the circle soon. So good luck with that.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. That's so typical of Pat.
Worked out really well.
It
Now
did.
We have new friends.
So Dan and Grace,
They didn't murder us.
who are,
It's a monthly thing. I have people asking me.
I
about
guess
it now.
they had just started dating at the time, and I already had them married with children.
Yep.
So, look at me.
I was still getting text messages and say, what's the matter with this boy? Why doesn't he propose right there on the radio?
But Dan, you're a musician.
Yeah.
A full-time musician.
Surprised. Yeah.
And
He's
so
a saxophone player.
you have kind of a fascinating story, and you're very interesting. And then tell us about, well, first of all, I guess, how did you become you studied music, and how did you make the decision to do it? Because there's not too many full-time musicians.
No, there's not. In high school, I had to make a choice, right before college. Do I go all in, or do I choose something boring like engineering or something that makes money like finance?
Hey, I'm standing right here, man.
Right?
Yeah. All right.
And so, went all in. And Jacob School of Music down at IU happens to be one of the largest and best schools for music in the entire world. So
Does that include reed
very
instruments?
convenient. Oh yeah. All the reed. Well, I am a reed instrument with saxophone.
Yeah, you're an instrument, but I don't know. Reed players, most musicians think that brass is what is music. Okay? Then there's saxophones.
So then you graduate.
Yeah.
And you go, okay. Most people at that point would go to work at like Lowe's. And you said, hey.
Well, I went straight to Ale Emporium.
Okay.
Was a bartender.
Okay, great. Did they still have that Irish group? Oh no, that's different. That's Aristocrat. So Ale Emporium, that's in the
one in Fishers.
In Fishers, okay.
Yeah.
They have
then I
great
decided,
music.
hey, I want to make even less money, so I quit that and just did music full time.
Okay. So when you say that, it's like, okay, I'm going to do music full time. Like, Grace is a music teacher.
Yeah, she has an income.
Right.
It's fascinating.
Right.
Yeah.
And you were like,
Insurance.
okay, I'm going to do that.
Insurance,
So how did you start? Like, did you start with a small group and you're playing gigs? What were you doing?
Well, I was doing big band all throughout college. I have the Christmas charity, which is also a big band that goes around. Big band is fascinating because not too long ago, that's the main ensemble for America, right? Everyone had it at their weddings. It's what they went to go see concerts. It was everywhere on the radio. It's just what you saw. And then it just disappeared, right?
Yep.
You don't hear about big bands anymore.
Think Lawrence Welk, Pat. 4 trombones, 4 trumpets, a saxophone session.
I went to the concert.
Did you really?
Yeah, you were in bed and did not come. Dan gave us.
He gave me 1 day's notice. I'm playing at the Jazz.
You know, it sounds like your mic is. You're actually. Doesn't it sound like he's in a?
Oh well.
In a trombone or something. No, it's fine. We can hear you. You're just a little muffled, but you're good. So the Jazz Kitchen. You said, hey, why don't you come over? We're gonna. I was. You know, it's called the Dan Nix Big Band. Okay, well, I did not realize how big you were talking about.
Yeah, it's 20 people.
That was incredible. How do you, I mean...
That's a wall of sound, isn't it?
It is. And then I thought it was going to be like, you know, I was going to lose my hearing when I was there.
Yeah.
But it really, like, you guys managed that so well.
Yeah.
It was very comfortable.
Grace was playing in it.
Yeah. You had the... I couldn't tell you were... I could see you, but I couldn't see...
Put me back in the corner.
I noticed that. What were you playing?
Trumpet.
Trumpet.
Yep.
So how do you gather all these people? How do you... are these...
It's taken years to gain the respect and just the pure will of repeatedly asking people and having people say no. But now we're at the point where we're starting to get the big hitters, right? And we're really trying to make something out of this. There isn't really a foothold anywhere around here with a modern-day big band, right? You can't really list off a name of a big band you know right now that you would go and see. Or at least most people can't. And we're really trying to go all in.
I only know the Dan Nix.
Yeah, exactly.
Big band.
So we're really trying to make a name for ourselves. Like, our goal in the near future, we want to start playing at Cambridge. We want to play at Ruoff. We want to do the big, heavy-hitting things, and we want to become the next musical group. So... Where do we get our music? We have some people compose music for us, and some are just arrangements that we replay. Like at the Jazz Kitchen show Pat was at, you know, we played a couple Doc Severinsen tunes. We played a couple tunes from Buddy Rich, and then we also had a lot of compositions that had never been played before.
Yep. All right, we're going to I didn't realize the clock. Hang with us. We're going to finish this story when we come back. Our guests are Grace and Dan Nix. Are you guys married yet?
No.
Okay.
No. We're waiting for Slawfest 2027.
Oh, there you go. You know what? I can just see you on one knee right there in front of the Slawtons. We're coming right back, 93 WIBC. Hey, good morning. Welcome back. Slawfest is underway at 71st and Keystone. Runs till 3 o'clock. It's just getting started. The band will start playing around noon. Yeah.
That's just a couple minutes away.
Just a couple of minutes away. And if they're like most musicians, they'll be late.
Who is the band?
It's Boogie Nights. Boogie Nights. That is the voice of Dan Nix and the Dan Nix Big Band. So we're going to have to hold you over.
Don't forget the trumpet player, Grace.
And Grace. I know Allison has a question for you.
Allison doesn't even have a headset.
So anyways, you guys played at the Jazz Kitchen. I have not. I'm embarrassed to say that I have not been there in 20 years. That is really a great venue.
And the food is terrific, too, which you don't expect in a venue like that. But the food's wonderful.
Yeah.
The food's wonderful.
Yeah. And all those people come on weeknights. It's crazy.
I know. They've got a full schedule.
Right. And at this particular concert, you know, we had a jiu-jitsu fight club come. There was like 30 fighters in the audience.
Yeah.
A boatload of St. Pius teachers.
Yep.
And the thing that people don't get is that the big band, they think, oh my gosh, this is like 1930s swing. No, this is something that you will actually enjoy. This is really contemporary music. And after that concert, we had 30 jiu-jitsu fighters come up and say, I cannot wait for the next
We only have a half a minute. Who does the arranging?
It's a bunch of different members of the band.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to hold them over so that we can. I have more questions. But I was really impressed with. And how often do you play there?
We play there 3 or 4 times a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that would be a good one. But you should check out, if you haven't been over to the Jazz Kitchen, it's at 54th, right? 54th and College, I think. Yeah.
The worst part is trying to find a parking spot. But
you know what? The grocery store loves you parking over there. It's great. All right. Hang on, guys. We're going to come right back. More from Slawfest 93 WIBC.
Yeah, it's got money.
Our 9th annual Slaw Fest is underway at 71st and Keystone. We have a nice crowd here. The sun is peeking out, but it just seems the showers kind of come and go. But we are fully covered. The band is just starting to play. I just picked up, I'm going to hold it up for the camera.
Oh, boy.
Charcuter Slaw.
And then hold up the champagne because that's what comes up.
Right, because this is a very classy, this is where charcuterie and slaw come together.
So what all is in that? Let's see, some olives, cheese.
Olives, cheese, some salami.
Okay.
And then, of course, a nice vinaigrette-dressed slaw.
Look at you.
It's
You
a
have
very
such,
classy
you're
dish.
such a,
You know, a lot of people think the Sullivan Express will be your legacy. Not me. It's going to be the charcuterie.
Charcuter slaw. I think so, too. I'm just waiting for, like, a Bobby Flay or Rachel Ray to jump on the bandwagon.
Oh, absolutely.
So our guest, we hung over because we really didn't get enough time with him. Dan Nix.
we hold over. We don't hung over. We hold over.
After last night watching that game, I was hung over.
Should I use today to eat my first slaw?
Yes.
Yes.
To try my first
That's
slaw?
what we learned over the break.
So Dan Nix and the Dan Nix Big Band. And then we have Grace
Hoffner.
That's what you say. How do you say it?
Hosford.
Huxford.
She's in charge of all of your family's
like the
futures.
Yeah.
Their musical endeavors are
Okay.
in my hands.
That's great. Well, they're in good hands.
And she's a trumpet player, too.
So we had Dan on and Grace, and then they invited us to go to a concert over at the Jazz Kitchen. And, of course, I took them right up on it. Beth, we had a great time, had dinner, really enjoyed herself. Denny was, of course, in bed at 7.
Denny was asleep.
Now,
Yep.
wait a minute. Jane had a colonoscopy, and somebody has to be on duty the day before, it was
Yeah,
Wednesday.
that's important.
Come on now.
Day before, day
I was
after.
playing husband.
Both.
You'll do that someday, Danny, I promise you.
2027 Slawfest.
You know what?
Put it on the calendar.
So you've
the Lord's
never
Day.
had slaw?
No, never even had a whiff of it.
Is that intentional, or is it just
Yeah.
because it just never happened?
No, to be honest, it looks gross.
Okay.
But I'm gonna dip into it. I'm gonna try it.
Okay, what slaw do you think he should try first? Because there's a lot of ways you can go with this: creamy, vinaigrette, spicy, sweet.
Start at the
I think
left-hand
charcuter
side.
slaw.
Really?
Yeah, I would.
That's like baptism by
no,
fire.
I'm sorry.
No, I would dump him right in because he's
No,
probably
don't
had
do that.
charcuterie.
Don't do that.
I think KFC might be a good safe choice. Maybe we'll start with that.
We have Kentucky Fried Chicken. You can get the recipe for that famous slaw.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we have over 30 to choose from over there, and entrees.
Do you think slaw is a
Entrees.
good option to eat when you're getting ready for a colonoscopy?
Absolutely.
No. You're on. There's
you know
a
what?
lot. There's a whole restriction of diet as
So
you go
weird
through the
because
day.
being in retail, I enjoy a good colonoscopy because it's like a guilt-free day. Everyone else like, oh, I got to have a colonoscopy. It's like, oh, thank God, I get a colonoscopy.
You know, I tell you what, I agree with you. I agree with you.
I think it's more the just being knocked out cold.
Yeah.
Right?
I had a
think
couple
that's
movies
probably a little
on
bit-
my tablet in the bathroom. I was just there for 6 hours, just letting it all
Yeah, see, that's
get
it.
ready.
My-
And I was
I
able
think-
to watch, enjoy myself.
I think Allison's got it. It's the propofol, that Michael Jackson drug that you go out into La La Land and that's it.
The problem is now you wake up too quick.
You wake up too quick, but you get to eat whatever you want afterwards, which is
True.
kind of fun.
Yeah, I really like to be.
I just like the prepreparation beforehand.
Oh, for God's
No, you
sakes.
don't. You're so full
right,
of
Lose
a couple pounds.
You obviously haven't done it. Yeah.
So the Dan Nix Big Band will be, and so as a full-time musician, what's your average day look like?
You are so invested in this.
I really am.
Yeah.
And
I sleep in until about 3 p.m. and then I go to bed at like 4 a.m.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Sounds really normal.
Are you the watchman on the train or something?
Well, that's when all the bar gigs are. They
Yeah.
all end at 2, 3 in the morning. Then you got to pack up, go home. Do
So
it all over
how
again.
many groups do you have,
do I have? I have 3.
or that you play in?
I have
should
3
say.
groups. I play in a bunch of others and then sub in whatever's needed, right? There's this like unspoken call list of musicians that you can just get on the phone and hit up whenever you need someone to play. So
But Danny,
tonight,
if we want to follow your band, is it the
Yeah.
Dan Nix?
Dan Nix Music on whatever social media following. So
All right.
we're really grateful that, Pat was so foolish that he wanted to just have some random person come in one day and talk on the radio, and that ended up being me, and that was actually Grace's first thing she invited me to when we started dating. So
that was the teacher appreciation.
But, it's great to be able to be boastful for a second on such a public airwave and talk about our stuff and try and get our music out there, because we really are trying to be the next group that plays, that gets famous and goes out.
I think you're going to make it. And the reason I think you're going to make it, because you started off with this Christmas gig where you're just, it's like we're caroling, only you're big banding to people at random who just don't get out.
Yeah, we are already prepping for this Christmas.
That's a pretty good
Last year we
mission,
had 300 musicians go out and carol to people in need. And it's going to be even bigger this year.
I love that.
Yeah.
I might have to get the trumpet and the flugelhorn out.
Please.
I might have to do that.
We would love that.
Oh boy, how many?
I don't know if you would.
How many instruments do you play?
How many instruments? I had to major in flute, clarinet, and saxophone. And then I minored just because I thought it would be fun in drums.
Okay. And so the
percussion, and we have to say
the gigs that you do on a, where you mentioned the bars and stuff. What type of group are you in when you're playing at the local watering
It's
hole?
usually a funk or rock band or a cover band. Like tonight, I'll be playing with a very popular funk group called the Indigos.
Okay.
They play all around here. They play all the stuff, and even like Led Zeppelin, Def Leppard. They play all the hits. Bon Jovi.
Where are they going to be?
They're going to be at a private party tonight, and then we're going to do a
That's
couple
okay.
weddings
Just give us
this
the
week.
address. We'll come.
Yeah. 1-6.
Yeah. So what are you playing tonight?
I'll be playing
sax.
Yeah, I'll be playing sax. I play only the quote unquote fancier establishments. Do I have to get out the flute and the clarinet and play all that stuff?
Do you wear tux?
No.
You're not wearing this nonsense, are you?
I would love to.
So real quickly, because we got to get to JMV, but the coat that you were wearing reminded me of a Doc Severinsen jacket. Is that normal? Because you were actually.
He loves to wear stuff like that at concerts.
And I'm sorry, I want to say director, but you were of the big band.
Yeah, the director.
The director.
Yeah.
And so you were really. Is that where did you have to learn how to direct a band?
Yeah.
Where does that skill come from?
I have no idea. I have no idea where that came about. Maybe marching band in high school or whatever.
Yeah.
But for the clothing, what I do is I really want to look, high end. So I go straight to JCPenney, straight to the clearance rack, and I look at the fanciest thing that they have for under $20, and I wear that.
The shiniest thing.
The shiniest thing.
Always has to be shiny.
And it usually
Lots of
works out.
colors.
It looked
Pat,
really good.
Yeah.
Pat, you can do this.
It was a lot of fun.
All you do is say a 1, a 2, a 1, 2.
You know what? I watched them. There's just a little more to it than that, and people are actually paying attention to what he's saying.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying, but the motion.
Well, thanks for
There was
coming.
a lot of
Great to see
this.
you too.
Yeah. Thanks for having us on.
Yep.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right, keep us informed. We want to know what you guys are doing.
Of course.
Enjoy
All right.
your slaw experience.
Oh, God.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
All right, now we got to get to the after. The postmortem
Oh,
of the game
gosh.
last night. JMV joins us on the program. Hey, John.
If he needs an extra horn, you can take him to the Emmis building and then somebody can flush the toilet, because that sounds like Herb Alpert is playing whenever you flush the toilet in the building.
Okay.
You notice that?
Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the
Pretty
fourth floor.
Horn action right there.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, John. So I tell you what, Slawfest is bringing people out of their funk a little bit. I will say that. But the game was just in my obviously I'm a very casual
It's
fan.
a big freaking letdown.
But it was a letdown because we played so well. I felt like we had them on their heels. Do you feel the same?
Yeah. When outside of listening to me from 3 until 6, when's the last time anybody there was truly disappointed in content? And I think whether you're talking about TV or whatever, or a movie ending, television ending, episodic television ending, I thought last night was kind of how it felt for everybody, because they were going so strong and so smooth. And the weird thing about it is, is Obi Toppin, who was just knocking down shots. He goes to the free throw line, misses 2, and things just kind of went to hell after that. And, a large part of it is because OKC's really good, guys. But on the other hand,
absolutely.
The Pacers, their forte in the postseason has been thriving in those late game moments, ending the game, surviving, being resilient. And, unfortunately, they got swamped, I thought.
Yeah,
on both ends.
it's almost like Yeah, the tables were turned on them. I mean, it was Oklahoma in that those last moments, and it was just like we fell apart. It was a very strange ending.
Yeah, I think we say strange because I think we've overused probably disappointing, and that's one thing I've talked about throughout this, and this goes back to the regular season, guys. Is the Pacers at times have struggled when trying to produce with prosperity. Meaning, last night you have the opportunity to go up 3-1 and really put a chokehold on the series. So I would describe that as being prosperous, dealing with prosperity. And for whatever reason, whether you go back to Charlotte in December or all these other regular season games, they just haven't always dealt when things are going well as they might, considering, they have to make a comeback or, the whole resiliency quality of this team. It is weird how that dynamic has played such a role. And, it's always something different. Sometimes it can be defense. Last night it was clearly offense, and it was a struggle. And now you take away that edge, and you give home court back to OKC, which is problematic.
So, do you feel like the decision from OKC to I like to call him SAG to hold SAG out, and so he's a little fresher in the fourth quarter, was that obviously a big plus or just kind of a so-so?
No, I thought it was so-so. I think he's probably in a lot of those situations most of the time because, the Pacers took advantage of it in Game 3. They got him on guys defensively.
Absolutely.
And really suffocated him. I thought that the Pacers played like the Thunder did at the end of Game number 3, and the Thunder didn't like it. But then I thought the Thunder, in turn, in Game 4 at the end, gave the Pacers back a dose of their own medicine by coming from behind and, not relinquishing the momentum that they had. And it just kind of came all of a sudden out of nowhere. You felt really good about the Pacers. There are moments, though, you remember, right before the end of the third, Pacers could have gone up 12, 14. They had 3 empty trips, those couple of missed free throws by Obi, and that kind of started the avalanche into the fourth quarter that we saw. And now things are even at 2-2.
As I watched that thing, I felt like just like what you said, I felt like we should have been up 15 or 20 the whole time. It was like I felt like we were dominating that much, but yet somehow it wasn't turning into points.
It's weird because you sit and watch the game, Pat, and the reference you're making here is you go, if you just make one shot, like if you're up big and you knock down a 3 and get that momentum with that incredible crowd, or, even if OKC starts rolling as they were doing and you knock down a 3, or, string together a couple of offensive possessions and you get the crowd back into it and get that momentum going. But the Pacers just couldn't find anything, and they were an absolute disaster in the half court, working late clock with bad shots again. So that's what's going to get you beat, and last night it did.
Well, let's hope the trend of the bounce back continues with the loser winning the next game.
Something is going to have to give, as they say. That did last night because the Pacers hadn't lost to Game 4 in the postseason, and the Thunder hadn't lost 2 games in a row in forever. So we saw what gave last night. Now, the Pacers normally bounce back, so we'll see if they can bounce back in OKC and, maybe still be able to ride back in here in Game 6. But, this thing is far from over, but it certainly was a kick in the groin last night with a steel-toed boot for everybody watching that because it was within their grasp, and they kind of gave it away.
Oh, man, it was the first time Beth and I, we were out at Binkley's, so out among the people, and it was just such a great atmosphere until it wasn't.
Everybody's so excited. So how's Swawfest going?
Swawfest is going good. The weather has been looking good right now, but I felt like we had Allison, you can see a little better. Is there still a pretty good crowd in there?
Yeah, I think the crowd's getting even better.
I got the count. The count was a little over 150 coming through.
Excellent.
Plenty of covering, so honestly, no one's getting rained on.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So if the count, John, let me tell you how this works. So the count that Denny is referring to is the people that paid. And then there's my very large family, so who are also here. So that would mean there's probably about
another 50.
Yeah, another 50. So there's a couple hundred people here. But it's a good time. And I was telling the story, John, about how Slaw Fest came about on your show. It all happened right on your show when you wanted to be at the ground level of the next big food festival.
And then you passed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was really, you took the baton and ran with the fact that I've never been a big coleslaw fan.
I know.
And look what you've done. Look what you've created there, Pat Sullivan. I mean, it's amazing. Slaw Fest.
Yeah.
You know, the train, Christmas time. I mean, you're a creator. Yeah. You're an orchestrator. We give that tag to Halliburton. You're the real orchestrator here, Pat Sullivan.
Oh, you're too nice.
Come on, John. Give me a break.
So here's what I think we should get. John should be involved because we could do it on both stations. The Lunch Lady Food Festival.
Man, that thing, we need to make it happen.
Dude, it could be so great. We have different schools, the lunch ladies from different schools set up booths.
Soy burgers and square pizza, right?
Square pizza.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Milk cartons to wash it down.
There'd be different divisions for winners, traditional,
innovative.
Freestyle, yeah.
Leftovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to make that happen.
Guys, were any of you allowed to get soft drinks for lunch when you went to high school? Anybody there?
No. No way.
No.
We had a machine that you could
pay for.
Yeah.
Well, here's what. Let me tell you a quick story, then I'll let you go. I know you're probably up against it, but Eastern High School, where I was in junior high at the time, maybe late elementary. You used to be able to send a permission slip home and have your parents sign it, and if you're over 16, you could smoke cigarettes at school in the designated area. And
we had a smoking room.
Yeah, the irony here was all the dudes, mostly dudes that smoked cigarettes, all leaned on the Coke machine, which was not allowed to be plugged in until 3 o'clock because they didn't want us drinking soft drinks at lunch.
That's so funny.
Wow.
Man.
A permission slip to smoke. And really, if you see all these designated smokers' corrals that you will occasionally see out, that's exactly what it looked like in 1982 at Eastern Green High School on your way to shop class. Because they put them strategically on the way to woods and shop class right there. It was probably the dirtiest place on earth, right next to a Coke machine that was not allowed to be plugged in until 3 o'clock.
For the children's health. Absolutely. I'm actually thinking about starting to smoke, actually, just for the extra breaks. Yeah, because we have a fair amount of smokers.
Honestly, I'm with you on that.
You get
I'll
more.
join up smoking with you.
You get more breaks, so we can all I kind of want to be. Yeah. I feel like they're the cool kids out on the dock. They hang out on the dock, and I feel like I feel left.
The great smoking sponsorships too. Where were we without those great smoking, like the cowboy out west with a Ford mustache with a cigarette on top of a horse or something, because he was a manly man.
Oh,
Marlboro man.
That's the very best. All right, Ethan's losing his mind, John. Tonight, you're going to be on B105?
I am. We're going to do basically 80s, 70s, whatever, from 6 until midnight, the JMV takeover, and we're going to try to soothe some of those pains that we witnessed last night at Gambridge Fieldhouse with the Game 4 loss. Yep.
Cheer him up. Cheer him up tonight on B105.7 from 6 until midnight, and then you'll catch John Monday through Friday from 3 until 6 on The Fan. We're coming right back, 93 WIBC. Are we up now?
We are up and running.
We are back at Slawfest, our 9th annual. We're here at 71st and Keystone, and Slawfest will go until 3 o'clock. There's still plenty of food. It's so much more than just slaw, obviously. There's
the tenderloins are to die for.
Tenderloins, very good. People always love the slaw pizza. There is what's the shrimp one?
Bang Bang
Bang
shrimp?
Bang tacos.
Bang Bang.
Yeah, it's
Bang
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 Bang shrimp tacos.
Okay, all right. There's charcuterie slaw.
Slaw tarns.
You know what I have not had is the slaw barbecue Sunday.
That's a pulled pork with baked beans and coleslaw.
There you go. All right, we're going to go step right back out because Denny went a little long because he's such a Pacer fan.
Yeah.
You didn't watch any of the game.
I did.
Oh, you did watch a little bit?
Uh-huh. I watched, and, I just got tired.
Yeah.
And then it started to get stinky, and I thought, oh, no, here we go.
Go to bed. Yeah, sometimes when you watch a game,
you're invested in it when they're really
Exactly.
winning. You're invested in it, and then all of a sudden it gets ugly. And I guess I'm a fair weather fan.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like with the Colts, it's like because it's in the afternoon. Usually, it's like if you sit down and watch a game, it's like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And if they play so bad, it's like you go, I just wasted.
You have so much invested in it, and you go, huh?
Yeah.
You know.
All right, we're going to come right back with more from Slawfest. 71st and Keystone again goes till 3 o'clock. And also, don't forget, we have our Father's Day special. The big one is Spin the Wheel in the grill department. Get all your accessories. You'll spin the wheel for a discount between 10 and 50%. Coming right back, 93 WIBC.
I spun and I won.
At the
Call
grill accessory?
Call me Danny Sullivan.
What'd you get?
20% off.
Did you really?
I got 20% off, and I knew that.
20% off your grill accessory here
Oh,
at
my
Sullivan
gr-
Hardware
yes,
and
I
Garden.
did.
We're 70% Keystone.
Yes, I did. That was a mouthful. Yeah. Yes, that's exactly right, Allison. Yes, I did. Now Jane's going to say, "What the hell are you doing buying this?"
So tell everyone what you bought. It's
I
kind of
bought
funny. I think it was the last one, wasn't it?
Everybody who grew up in the 50s, 60s, 70s, the only way we could clean our grill was with Easy Off oven cleaner, which was a pain in the butt, or you'd use a steel brush, a wire brush. Well, then a couple kids, the wire bristles broke up and ended up in their intestines.
Yeah.
Darn near died, and so every grandfather under the sun is afraid to use a steel brush anymore. So then they came up with this thing called a Giddy Up.
Giddy Up.
Giddy Up, and it's got a bristle-free grill brush that spins at about 300 RPM, and you do it on a cold grill. You don't even have to get the grill hot.
Do you plug that in, or is it rechargeable?
It's rechargeable.
Okay.
And then you just clean it up. And I've been looking at it and looking at it and looking at it. And it'll if it's going to work on a grill, it'll work on other stuff too.
How much are they?
That was $59.99, but I got 20% off.
Ooh.
I know.
Was there any more left though?
I didn't look. I thought you brought this one out. I just took this one.
Joe handed me one off the bottom shelf because they were in a display.
Oh, okay.
So we probably have them on order. So don't come in for those. I don't think there's.
Okay.
So you took someone's Father's Day
I
gift.
took 20.
He gave himself a Father's Day
Yeah,
gift.
I took 20% out of Pat Sullivan's pocket. That's what I like.
So we're here at Slawfest today.
71st and Keystone.
Goes till 3 o'clock. And Pat loves the coleslaw song that we play at the top of every hour.
Yep.
And I thought we should try maybe making our own version because Ethan has this magical AI DJ skill that we like to utilize from time to time. So Ethan came up with let's just say, a country version to celebrate coleslaw.
Okay.
Would you guys like to hear it?
Oh, yeah. That's not a bad thing.
I bet he's already on the button, too.
Oh, we're ready to go. You ready, guys?
Yeah.
We're ready.
Yeehaw.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
It's getting right to it.
It can't hold the candle.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
All right.
Only Ethan can do this type
So
of
I got to
stuff.
bring this one down, and as you guys know, I catch a little flack for putting some hip hop-ish stuff on here.
Yeah.
But with how serious Pat is about his slaw, I felt like a nice little hip hop song about specifically Pat and his slaw might be nice. So you guys let me know what you think about this.
Oh, boy.
And,
All right, here we go.
I'll take the callers after they come in. So.
Ah, boy. Okay.
I can feel the wiggle coming.
This is not going to be good.
What?
Jeez.
Out the seams.
I mean, we are getting
Word.
coleslaw for every genre. Every genre. We have country now. We have classic, and of course, hip hop. I can imagine you in the morning with sunglasses on,
Oh,
coffee
yeah.
in hand.
Yep.
In your
My
best.
Know your
slaw.
purpose.
Yeah.
No, we're all very much whiter because of that song. But thank you, Ethan.
Yeah,
It was great.
No problem.
that was. And how much time did you have in that? About 5 minutes?
It took me 7 days of writing, and then I recorded. No, it took me about 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
You spent some time on
So
that.
he uses an AI software, songwriting, and it's like it. I mean, and like you said, it's not like they're great songs,
Right.
You know, but just the fact that
They're funny, but yeah.
that you can put something together. You know, I think of like Pat Godwin from the Bob and Tom Show. I saw Pat was at Binkley's last night, and he is such a great songwriter and such a great parody guy. You know, and it's like that's never going to replace him, but it's kind of like, geez.
Here's the dark side of AI. They can duplicate your voice very, very easily to the point that they could reach out to your wife and say, in your voice, and say, honey, I forgot something. Give me the last 4 of my Social Security. You know, Beth hears Pat's
Right.
voice. She gives it back to you. And then all of a sudden they got the last 4 of your digits. So you've got to be really careful. If somebody reaches out to you and you think it sounds like them, but you're not sure, just say, call me on the phone or text me or send me an email, because I'm not giving you this over the phone.
I mean, it literally is.
They can duplicate your voice.
It's ruining social media because so many times it's like I feel like I can usually spot it, but sometimes I can't. Is this
cannot.
real or not?
Man, I saw a video last night, and it was a montage of news anchors, and they were reporting live from different places. One was at the beach, and then behind her, it'd be like the Kraken would appear, and it looked real. And then at the end, they'd be like, and you don't know, I'm AI. And so they did a
Yes,
whole
I
bunch
saw
of
that.
different
I
things.
saw that.
And it's kind of creepy.
It is
So
creepy.
you just got to keep it in mind. Don't be scared of it. Just, but you got to keep it in mind.
We were in class, and they'd show the AI generated, and they'd show it live.
Yep.
And I could not tell. None of the people on my side of the room
That
could
one
figure
I
that
could
out.
not tell that the reporter was
Yeah,
the one who
till the
said
very end.
So you have
I
to
am
be
AI.
cautious.
I did not know.
If somebody reaches out and asks for sensitive information to you, just say, I'm not giving it to you. And if they get angry with you, let them get angry with you. You can work it out in the bedroom at the end of the day. But, that honest to goodness, you cannot believe how thorough and how good they are with AI.
Oh, I know.
It's scary.
Well,
Just got to be careful.
not happy.
But in the meantime, we have slaw songs.
That's right. That's the happy part of it.
That's Ethan.
That's the silver lining.
Oh wait, we actually have. We have Jeff. Let's talk to Jeff. That got screened. I saw it on there. Jeff joins us on the program. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, well, congratulations on your 9th year for the Slaw deal, and of course, happy Father's Day to both of you, Denny. And hi,
Thank
Miss
you, guys.
Allison. Hey, last night, I listened to the game because I will not miss Mark Boyle, who is my favorite announcer of all time in any sport. And I think he calls the game non-biasly and everything. But I saw a little bit that Carlisle's going to talk to our kids. He's been there for a championship as a player and a coach. So I think we lost a little bit of our focus, and we forgot just how crucial it is for handling the ball, and how much each possession is worth. So I don't want everybody panicking. I got a lot of my friends calling saying, well, our championship game was beating the Knicks. No, it's 2-2, fellas. Okay?
Right.
Anything can happen. We got
That's
3
right.
games to make this thing turn around. So that's all I got. Thank you for taking my call.
Happy
Thank
Father's
you for
Day,
bringing
buddy.
out the positivity.
That's right.
That's what we need.
That's right.
No.
I mean,
well, it's a fact.
It is fact, yeah.
there you go.
It's not over till it's over.
We just got to win 2 more.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Pat,
They've done it before.
Yeah.
So,
Plus,
Pat,
how
before
many
we go to the break and get ready for the speed round, I'm looking at this, what I think was supposed to be champagne, and yet it's coffee colored. What type of champagne have you
that's
got?
Diet Coke champagne right now.
Okay.
So
He already went through the champagne.
You already you inhaled
We
that?
celebrated that early.
So you really, I'd almost say, like, on the game you can go, right? We could win, steal another one in Oklahoma,
Yeah.
and then come home to our home ground and win it here.
Yeah.
You could lose the next one.
Yeah.
come home, win that one, and go to Game 7 and
Exactly.
still have a chance.
Exactly.
So,
And I will say it's been so fun this week being downtown. I just feel like it's been a minute since there's been a lot of communal positivity where everyone can come together.
Well
and they're
said.
excited about something together.
Well said, yes.
So truly, like people from out of town, obviously from sides of the world, we've had at Circle, like the Circle, we've been seeing a lot of people walk around, and it's been fun. It's been fun.
A buddy of mine, Jack Hope, actually, he went to a game in Oklahoma City.
Oh, really?
Matter of fact, the first two.
Oh, wow.
And he had a great time, obviously, but he said, you know what? It's cool, the two cities, because he goes, those people are so nice.
Yes, both cities are.
He
Yep.
goes, they were just, it goes real friendly, real, hey, thanks for coming. And
you know
all
what,
that stuff. I thought that was cool.
the players seem nice, because I feel like occasionally, big teams, like there's a couple that have egos, right?
Oh,
but I feel like, this Pacers team, man, they're very just like,
very
we
likable.
are a team. We
Yep.
are a team. We are Indiana.
Yep.
Which
Very
is
cool.
so special. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Yep. All right. It's not over.
Not over.
Not over. We're coming right back. And then in a little bit, it will be over for us. But
the speed round's
right now,
coming up.
we're at Slawfest. That goes till 3 o'clock. Speed round's coming up next, 93 WIBC. Here we are, the final segment. Like a sloppy made coleslaw. It's the speed round. The speed round is brought to you by
Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus, Indiana. Great pricing on Lazy Boy. Indiana-made Smith Brothers furniture. Listen here, there's mattresses made in Indiana and maintenance-free outdoor furniture. Free delivery up to 75 miles. Pat, it's thompsonfurniture.net.
Who's ready for the speed round? Who?
Let's
Name
go.
yourself. Mark joins us on the program. Hey, Mark.
Hey, guys. Danny,
Mark?
your favorite stationary engineer.
Oh, hey, bud. How are you?
Oh, pretty good.
Good. What's up?
You guys were talking about the slaw, and one of my first jobs was at Bova Fruit Warehouse there in Massachusetts, which is now FedEx Center. And I delivered produce during high school, on the weekends, and during the summers. And I had a delivery to the KFC on Arlington Avenue, and I took them cabbage and carrots. And they had a little building out back, and I don't know if it was for citywide or how extensive they got, but they probably got, a couple times a week, a dozen to 14 bags of cabbage, and that was the most ungainly stuff I ever handled.
Dude, I'm telling you, though.
Bowling balls in a mesh bag.
Yeah, but I tell you, their coleslaw is really, and you say Chick-fil-A's is good too.
Chick-fil-A's is good. Yeah.
But I've loved KFC's.
It's a classic. You can't go wrong with it.
Yeah.
Hey to Patty, Mark.
Coleslaw.
Mark, thanks for calling in. Tell Patty we said hey, okay?
Brian joins us on the program. Hey, Brian.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good.
I need to know what is the easiest way to fill potholes in my yard made by my wife's tactical ballistic dog.
Ooh. Oh man, make it the easiest way is to make her do it. Now
No.
that's not no.
No.
The hard part is leveling. You can fill it with dirt with a little bit of topsoil at the top. Yeah, and a little bit of garden mix.
My social media feed has been somehow I stumble upon this company, and I forgot the name of it. But have you ever seen? It's a leveling rake.
Yes.
And
you go back and forth.
Yeah,
But
you spread soil over it.
I'm telling you, it does not work in Indiana.
Doesn't it?
No, it's for
I was
sandy
so
soil.
hopeful.
Yeah, like Poa Nua on a golf course. It's perfect. But no, I'm sorry.
So those little lumps not going to take away the lumps, huh?
Not unless you beat them to death.
Because crummy always was
I'm more
like
about ankle twisting.
Yeah. So you can, obviously, anything deep you can take care of by just filling it with, you would be best, anything that is more than a couple inches, you would be best to use a filled dirt, which is a little hard to find because it's not in bags. But if it's 2 inches or less, you can use plain topsoil, and that works fine. And then Dick Crumb's little remedy always was, if you have a low spot, you take a ½ inch at a time. You spread topsoil over ½ inch.
And then you don't have to replant the grass.
Right, and the grass will just come up through it, and then a few months later, you can do another ½ inch. And because once the roots grow into that new topsoil, it becomes kind of has a stiffness to it, because if not, the topsoil is just mushy.
That's right.
So, all right, up next is, I don't know, is this regular Jeff again, or can I take this, or did we already take it?
We already took it.
Okay. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, one last thing. I had a vision. We steal one in Oklahoma City. We come back here, and God bless their souls at the field house. They play Slick Leonard saying, "Turn out the lights, the party's over." Tell me that would be perfect.
I think that is absolutely the best. See,
Jeff
man.
has a dream.
He's got radio
Let's make
producer
it
written
real.
all over him.
All right, here we go. You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
Charles the Genius joins us on the
You know,
program.
I called in. I called in last month. You still have me on hold. If somebody made an AI of me and made you say bad things about the station, I'm taking it personal. If I did. Well, no, I couldn't believe it. You mentioned about all the AI stuff. I heard somebody not too long ago that sounded like me, and I was worried. Anyway, I want to wish everybody a happy Father's Day and the best, and go Fever, even the Colts, and of course, naturally, the Pacers. And my dad long since passed away in heaven now with all the good dads. I'm sure everybody's going on. He had one philosophy when my brother and I, a couple years younger than myself, when it came to as we got older, he said, in any situation from A to Z, either you know or you don't know. If you don't know, ask somebody, because you're going to find out how wrong you were. So, and everything.
Well, there you go.
One more thing, too. Mentioned coleslaw. There's a 1948 episode of The Three Stooges called Fiddler's Three. It's in the medieval times. You know where it takes place? In Coleslawvania.
There you go. Charles, thanks. It's always great to hear from you.
I was waiting for a coleslaw movie reference.
Yeah.
I knew we'd get
probably,
to it
you know what,
eventually.
if there was one, I'm sure he would have given it to us.
There you go.
Yep. All right, the Slawfest continues here at 71st and Keystone. Goes until 3 o'clock. So you got a couple hours. Right now here at 71st and Keystone, the skies don't look too bad. We really haven't had anything heavy. We've had
it's been spring. Well,
the heaviest
before
was
we started.
before we
Yeah,
started.
before we started.
Between 9 and 10, but after that, it's been okay.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of got hit.
I've been watching Cam's shirt. It's just about dried out, and he's the one guarding the electronics behind you. So if it's starting to dry out, it means it's not raining.
Oh, there's my baby right there. That's little Rory.
She's taking a nap. I don't blame her. She's full of
That is
slaw.
grandchild number 7 there. So
This is her
Do you
first
call them
Slawfest.
number 1, number 2, number 3? Do you call them by their number?
No, but you know what? It's funny. Me and my siblings, we have, I think there's 27 grandkids of the 7 of us, and they all have their numbers, and they have shirts with their number on it.
I like it.
So it's kind of cool. All right, so we have Abdul is coming up next, correct? And then tomorrow, it's the first day with Terry Stacey and Denny Smith. All right, we'll see you next week right here on 93 WIBC.